Lost in Seattle, episode 27.
Oh yeah, he was mad.
The actual episode 27.
Yeah, he was mad with me because I said it wrong.
This nigga, I asked him. I said, "We on episode 27, right?" Yeah.
I thought we were.
I opened up episode 27. Oh yeah, we did the editing time. Oh, it was actually episode 26.
Look, I ain't gotta lie. Go ahead.
So today is October 15th. This is a very special day for us because this is our mom's birthday, and 3 years ago she passed away. So today we spent time on the phone with family members reminiscing about her. So it's been kind of a long day, but we got through it.
Yeah.
And we hope she's in a better place. We can't say we know she's in a better place.
Travis, that's raw. Damn, I'm sorry. Look, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know from the get-go. Travis's views do not represent the entire channel. Please do not ascribe his points of view to everybody.
I can't sit here and say, I know she's in a better place. I don't know if she's in a better place.
Sure, we
got skeletons in her closet.
We all got skeletons, so we all fighting for the,
So anywho, let's get on Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah. Damn. You just jump to the first topic. All right. So obviously, I guess, yeah, he the producer now, y'all. But...
Oh, I done stepped up from the B mic to the A mic.
That B mic is still stuck with your ass. Somebody called him B mic a couple months ago.
I think there was those Rory and Maul fans.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't even go in that comment section. That's where the real smoke is at.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was looking for smoke, but he don't want to go in that comment section. You be running for that one. But
I don't run for shit. Hold on, wait a minute.
You ran from.
I ain't ran for shit.
Dave Chappelle. He's been in the news the last. How long it been now? 2 weeks now?
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to it. I'm lying, I do. But
nigga, you pay attention.
I kind of get aloof sometimes. You go into your own head. You're not paying attention.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
Then you get back on social media and it's like, this is still trending. Like, okay, this is still going on. All right, I'm thinking about other stuff, and this is still a topic. All right. So Dave Chappelle.
That's what happens when the person in the back seat of the car is still trying to make their way to the front seat.
Oh yeah, that was one of the greatest jokes he told, by the way.
They technically the B mic. They technically the D mic.
No, they the D mic. They the D mic. They the
D mic trying to be the A mic.
They're taking the A mic. But no offense out there.
Shit, fuck them.
But Dave Chappelle did his special, The Closer. A lot of y'all know the story. All this backlash, which may be fake at this point. I'm thinking it might be fake because all the backlash is coming from Netflix employees. I said,
is this real or is this some type of promotion?
PR? Because
or is Dave, I can't even say it, we're on YouTube. I'm letting it go.
All the controversy seemed to be coming from Netflix inside. So now we saw recently that 1,000 Netflix employees are reportedly planning walkout to protest New Chappelle Special.
Then let their ass walk out.
And the only thing they keep talking about is the transgender. Now, keep in mind, he said something about black people, Asians, Jews, women, gays, lesbians,
bisexuals,
drug users, all that.
But the main focus is the trannies.
You can't say that word, Travis.
Man, I'm tired of this shit.
Is that I don't know.
Is that a slur?
I don't know if it's a slur. I don't know if it's a slur, but I know I keep hearing people say you're not supposed to say that.
What's the proper terminology?
Trans, ain't it?
The trans.
How they say it, language matters. Yeah, okay. But so obviously they plan this walkout. The CEO of Netflix standing behind Dave Chappelle lets me know, like I said, this to me comes off as a bit of a PR thing.
He suspended 3 employees and one of them was a trans.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So all these people talking about walking out, like everybody's saying it's about to be some jobs at Netflix if you want one. Because
niggas get in line.
Dave Chappelle make them way too much money. He ain't going nowhere.
He's not going nowhere.
They're gonna re him up.
Yep.
Did not let him go to Apple or Hulu. I don't know if Amazon would get him.
How you say it?
Who?
Hulu. You know what? You know how black people pronounce it.
It's Hulu, ain't it?
It's Hulu, but black people don't say Hulu.
Well, I'm a black person. I say Hulu.
Hulu.
Honolulu. Now I said that when you learn something for the first time. Like that look like Hulu. Honolulu.
Like they being right, absolutely right about the way to pronounce Facebook.
But yeah, so they walk out. And I believe it's a little bit of a fake controversy in order to bring more attention to Dave Chappelle.
Or
and
to the special.
That too. I don't think it struggled with views or anything. I just believe, and let me say this. Inside that special, he did say things that are not allowed to say anymore. He still said them. And some of the jokes he made, there's a lot of comedians that cannot tell those jokes.
Oh, and
that's why Damian Wayans came out and said he freed the slaves.
And the damn comedy Hype got a hit off that video. This is the highest video they've had in a couple weeks. They got almost 600.
Well, normally they be on some other shit sometimes. I subscribed to them because when I first found out about it, was like a year and a half.
You thought it was gonna be comedy based off?
Yeah, Comedy Hype.
They started off interviewing
comedians, and when talking about comedian specials, best jokes.
When they just did that story about Too Short, like him mixed chicks, and you had a couple people in the conversation like, okay, this ain't what we came here for.
Comedy, and this is no.
It's done turned into
dramedy. This is drama hype, basically.
So
then they brought somebody's ex-wife on the show, a comedian's ex-wife, and she came in there to bash him. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they wouldn't. I can't say it. I'm gonna talk about them later.
You can't talk about it right now. You got to talk about it later. But another thing that came out of that, and we got to give credit to the Receipt King,
Mr. Tariq Nasheed.
The
FBA founder.
The FBA founder. Not going no further. That's it. All right, National Black Justice Coalition. If you remember when we talked about that, we pointed out, why is it called National Black Justice Coalition if the main objective is to do stuff for homosexual, lesbian, trans
that are black?
I won't even say that are black.
Well,
here's the website here. Not everybody on this website is black.
The details.
You see this right here is the website.
What is their mission statement? Power and policy. About. Let's go to about.
Okay. NBJC's mission is to end racism, homophobia, and LGBTQ SGL. What's that? Bias and stigma. Since 2003, National Black Justice Coalition has been America's leading national civil rights organization dedicated to empowerment of black, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and same-gender loving. Well, that's it. Wait. What's the difference between same-gender loving and gay?
Listen, we don't even try to go down that rabbit hole into delusions and confusions.
Letters? Why are they constantly creating more? I'm confused.
When they started saying they, us, shit, it was done.
Including people living with HIV/AIDS through coalition building, federal policy change, research and education. Our missions to end racism, homophobia, NBJC supports black individuals, families, and communities in strengthening the bonds and bridging the gaps between their movements and the racial justice.
It's for black LGBTQ people.
I'm surprised they put that word in there.
Well, the families that they are talking about are probably same gender families.
Yes, We envision a world where all people are fully empowered to participate safely, openly, honestly in family, faith, community, regardless of race, class, gender, identity, sexual orientation. All right. Now this dude right here.
Had to be a nigga.
I want to show you. Come on now. Now, some of you may recognize this guy. I didn't recognize him.
I don't know who the fuck he is.
When I went to this website, then it was just like, all right, this is what they own. I thought this was why they got the word Black Justice Coalition. Why not National Justice Coalition? If it's not just about black people, it's about black sexuality. But anyway. And then I went and I was scrolling and I saw Tariq Nasheed page. And he tweeted out, remember when Malik, what's his name? When he went to Breakfast Club?
He was one of the people.
This was one of the guys with him.
Oh, and he's the founder of this?
I don't know if he's the founder. I think he's just the leader of it. Like the spokesperson for it.
Didn't he have that white Latino tranny? I mean, yeah, that's trans?
Yeah. That's my point. It's not just black. Okay. You talking about Charlamagne?
I'm leaving it alone.
Yeah, when Malik, what's his name, right? Malik
off of Undercover Cop.
Let me say this. I love my mama. You know, it's funny, on my mama's birthday. Mm-hmm. My mama, that Latino dude had a hold on our mom.
Mm-hmm. Colorist. Jamal Moore, colorist.
Yeah, Chris Brown. She did Usher.
Yeah, Usher.
Yeah, our mama had a lot of crushes on a lot of
ambiguous looking men.
celebrities, but you know, she wasn't out there. She wasn't out there or nothing.
Hold
Don't get it
on,
twisted.
but who she dated was.
Oh yeah.
See, there's a difference when you say my preference is, but I still date.
All right, I don't know how we got on there. Let's move on. So, yeah, that's the guy who was on the Breakfast Club. He came out there with Malik when he was going around saying he liked women, and then pointed out he likes women who are transgender. And they were like,
Nigga, you don't like
and people
women.
was like, what you talking
What's
about?
that scene off of Atlanta?
Oh, nigga, I mean, you on the side with men. What you mean you want man? Nigga, you gay. That's the funniest thing on that show in Atlanta, by the way. So here's a video of that clip, on a little clip of that Breakfast Club clip that Tariq showed.
Yeah.
That is problematic because, again, transness has so little to do with otherwise male-determined genitalia.
Right.
We gotta get beyond being.
No, we can't get beyond.
We're gonna skip this.
We're not gonna get beyond.
That's not what this is about. This conversation is about people's spirits,
Right.
making space for people and how they show up. It ain't got shit to do with what they got between their.
Yes,
So-
they do.
This is when they were pushing that double spirit thing that Native American religion or practices believe that there's people with double spirited. Basically, they're people that believe. You know how Christians say demon or something. Muslims say the same thing. The Native Americans would say you're double spirited.
So that's a bisexual person. They're double spirited.
Well, I think they use that term for people who we now will consider transgender people. People believe they were born in their own body and all this stuff. What medical field call medical? I mean, what do they call it? A gender? What's the word?
Just for something.
Yeah, I can't remember the word right now. But yeah, so I just found it interesting that he popped up. I don't know if he still is. I would imagine he still is because he's on the website. The figurehead, one of the spokespersons for that organization, is the same person coming at Dave Chappelle hard, want the special taken down with the word black in your title.
You know they say black, but they include every race under the damn sun.
We got to end that black and brown shit too, though. But we'll get into that.
Shit.
We'll get into
Good
that.
luck with telling that to niggas in New York. Good luck.
All right.
They'll kill you.
Let's go ahead and get into the NBA. You know what's the biggest story in the NBA right now? At least one.
Mr. Kyrie Irving.
The one I'm paying attention to the most.
Hoping he stands his ground, because if he doesn't.
Kyrie Irving says decision to remain unvaccinated is about being true to who he is. Kyrie Irving breaks silence on decision to remain unvaccinated is bigger than a game. Kyrie Irving, we saw Stephen A. Smith come out and eviscerate, just go at him hard body, calling him selfish and stupid and said everything you could say, right?
That's like that's ass whooping language, like when I see you.
In certain spaces, yeah, definitely. Certain spaces is definitely violence.
So once he goes again, tearing down another black man on his platform.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kwame.
We haven't watched Kwame in like 2 weeks.
I ain't watched him in a while, but I know Kwame probably like, see,
there you go.
Turn down another black man. I told you I'm gonna be on your monkey ass.
Go along, get along, gang.
Throwing bonky.
Throwing down bonkies.
Kwame funny as hell, man. But he also, Kyrie Irving, he got on Instagram. I think it was like a 30-minute Instagram live, and he spoke on it and he pointed out certain things and saying basically I'm not anti-vaccine,
but he's choosing to still remain unvaccinated.
Yeah, because
for right now,
for the mandate, he's like, this stuff is getting people fired. Now he said, I'll let him say it, but he said he was promised to be exempt,
which a lot of people I think were. But
he was told, don't worry, you good. And I think they told him that to just get him to go ahead and come on in, so that when the season starts, you gotta get it. And it's like, wait, y'all told me all summer,
now
that I'm good.
Yeah, they've done it to a lot of people. Remember, they've had pastors come out and say, we're not signing a waiver, even if you believe that there's stuff put into this virus that you don't agree with.
That's been proven.
And they're like, well, the God, it may have been our unrighteous thing, but sometimes the Lord Jesus works in mysterious ways.
He'll use the death of
he'll
someone
turn
else.
a wrong into a right.
It's like, yeah, okay. That's when that pimp car start coming out. Let me show y'all what he had to say in his live stream.
Hold on. I try to tell them about that pastor in Texas, Olson.
Yeah.
When he wouldn't let those people in the church for when it was hurricane
flood?
was
Yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah.
and then when they got on his ass,
he let him
and then
in.
they let him
I
in.
was just making sure.
I was just shit.
Yeah,
They don't give a damn how the church look. Let them people in.
That means I ain't want these broke people in my church.
I don't want these broke niggas in my church.
But yeah, they let them live though. They let them live.
You know, I had to stop running away from using my voice and using my platform to, speak on what's true and what's mine. You know, nobody's going to hijack my voice. Nobody's going to take the power away from me that I have for speaking on these things, and don't believe that I'm retiring. Don't believe that, I'm going to give up this game for a vaccine mandate or staying unvaccinated. Don't believe any of that, man. Like really be aware of what's being said before I even get a chance to be on the podium and speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people saying all these things about what's going on with me, and it's just not true. Pay attention to what's going on out in the real world. People are losing their jobs to these mandates. People are having to make choices with their own lives, which I respect. And I don't want to sit here and play on people's emotions either. Just use logic. What would you do? If you felt uncomfortable going into the season when you were promised that you would have exemptions or that you didn't have to be forced to get the vaccine. This wasn't an issue before the season started. This wasn't something that I foresaw coming where I prepared for it. And, I had a chance to strategize on what was going to be best for me and my family. I came into the season thinking that I was just going to be able to play ball, be able to use my talent to continue to, inspire, influence people in the right way. Like putting this on me is just like, why are you putting it on me? This is not part of, what's going on in conversations with scientists, physicians, and doctors. I'm just a hooper, right? Like I'm just a person who's being utilized as an example. For some odd reason, people love to have my name in the mix of just some BS. Like just hearing the way people speak with so much conviction about what I should be doing with my life and what, my teammates should be feeling about me, what the organization be feeling about me.
That was directly at Mr. Stephen A. Smith.
100%. And after this, Stephen A. Smith.
And he said it in a very professional manner.
Yeah.
Because anybody else would have went totally.
Man, you don't know what you're talking about.
Kwame would have went totally. I'm going to whoop your ass when I see you type stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. But Stephen A. Smith, right after this, did a video where he did a live. I don't know if it was live, but he said something like, he was about to say something. He said, no, I'm going to wait till tomorrow so I could talk about this. I wasn't going to talk about it. He said, I wasn't going to talk about it, but you made me do. I said, oh, this is about views.
Ratings.
Stephen A. and ESPN, for that matter, they're not even looking at this as a real topic. This is views. What we know that First Take views have been dropping. Now, some people who don't like Stephen A. a lot are blaming it because they got rid of Max Kellerman. I don't think Max Kellerman was that popular. I think people are looking at Skip and Shannon Sharp and Skip more. So now it look a little weird. Ratings dropping. Now you got Stephen A. Smith, who's done this before. Like I say, he's been consistent. Say what you want about Stephen A. He's consistent with his views. He's the one who said, I showed that video on Stephen A. Smith. You can go back and watch it. One of our highest viewed videos. He said black men should conform. He said it out of his mouth. I got it in the video. He said black men should conform. He said that he's the one who brought out statistics on black men and athletes and domestic violence, demeaning them. Making them the ones who are always the threat, even though they're a majority of the athletes. Of course, their numbers are going to be higher. He's the one who, one of the few people on television that disagree with Colin Kaepernick, regardless of your views on Colin Kaepernick. I'm sure a lot of people didn't agree with, not necessarily what he did, but know that was a little bit of bullshit that was going on. But he's the one who disagreed with Colin Kaepernick. So it's not really that much of a difference, or he's standing his ground still by disagreeing with Kyrie Irving as well. So he's been consistent.
Get Stephen A. Smith ass out of here. Get him out.
He just done. Just get him out of here.
Finish. Finito.
Yeah, Stephen A. I wonder how much, because he's been the face of ESPN for a minute now. I wonder how much longer he got.
15 minutes is up, baby.
I don't know. Maria Taylor was asking for Stephen A. Smith money, and they said no, basically. So I think they ride with Stephen A. because ain't nobody doing.
Well, he's a safer bet to go with.
No, ain't no safer bet. He's the only person that can do what he do.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's the only person that can do what he do.
Loud, boisterous.
The faces is funny. I can't lie. He could be funny. So when you get on topics that you deem serious, he's always gonna be a company man. He's a company man. Remember that tweet he sent out?
And makes no apologies about it.
Yeah, he'll tell you my money got affected. I do what I need to do to make sure my money not
He
affected.
said, "Ain't no damn way you knew I was gonna let that vaccine affect my money,
my bankroll." That's how he said it. He was like, he tell you what
shit,
it is.
you niggas crazy."
He'll tell you quickly. I'm a proud capitalist. Like I don't care. He also what was I about to say? Jesus Christ, I'm about to say something. You remember that tweet he had where he said, I wake up in the morning and I think about how much money I can make my boss, number one, and number two, how I can get some of it. That thought process is somebody who's in corporate America.
That's not a thought process for somebody who is looking to have their own ownership.
Stephen A. Smith don't need ESPN at this point. He don't
but
need
he chooses to.
He 100% chooses to.
He could go off like Jason Whitlock and have his own.
And I wouldn't compare him to Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock really didn't have an audience. He got an audience. Let me stop. He has an audience, but it's not the audience as big as Stephen A. Smith. Now I'm making a point. His audience is nowhere near as big as.
I know, but just imagine if Stephen A. Smith went
hold
off.
on. We disagree with Jason Whitlock. Stephen A. Smith, we would disagree with him too.
So, but he has a sector of people out there that would come and watch his platform.
Would you?
Hell no.
So we might would have stayed.
If it's something that is interesting and I want to hear his take on it, I might.
On just sports or other topics?
Other topics.
What? What would you want to hear from Stephen A. Smith?
Like Jason Whitlock. If it's something that's trending.
I don't want to hear Jason Whitlock no more.
I
gave him a chance. I listen to people I disagree with. He's finished.
Well, that's that's not really me. I don't really listen to people who I don't disagree with.
So how the hell you gonna listen to Stephen A.
I don't know.
Disagree with him?
I was just talking.
You just talking shit right now, then.
You about to say I'm capping? I'm lying? What?
Yeah, you talking shit. You capping? You lying? However you want to say it. You can say it how you want to say it. But
listen, I don't miss nothing.
Yeah. But I'm gonna show you. I want to show you this quick story about the NBA first. We about to go into this right quick. Hold on. I want to show this. Y'all remember this story right here? The Mississippi State Auditor is demanding that Brett Favre return $828,000 he received in illegal spent welfare funds that should have been going to needy families. But Favre is not among the 6 facing criminal charges for the scheme. Now, apparently,
who are the other 5?
Hold on. Brett Favre was given a money to do a speech or something. I don't know if it was a speech. Maybe it was something he was paid to do. And they took the funds from a welfare fund and gave it to him. So when they found out about it, they like, oh yeah, he didn't want to get the money back. First off, but I don't know what y'all gonna do, but it's my money. I was paid for something. I don't care what they got.
Well,
the money
he was paid for it though,
but they got the money illegally.
Yeah.
In the hood, when somebody come to you and say, "I got a TV for you," you know it's hot.
You can't.
I can get it for cheap.
It's hot. You can't take it to the pawn shop.
I can get it for cheap, but if they find out I got it, I'm gone. They find out I got this TV and it's hot, it's over. I don't care. Hey man, I ain't know. Yeah, you did. You bought a damn 60-inch TV for $60. Stop it. Well, actually, you probably could get them now for $60 in the store. I don't know.
Probably about 3.
Yeah, but in comparison to this story here, breaking federal authorities say 18 former NBA players have been arrested on charges alleging they defrauded the league's health and welfare benefits plan out of about $4 million. So basically, I think this was Joe Budden who made a joke. He was like, basically they was getting a bunch of fake. He made a joke that they was getting a bunch of fake. What do you call it?
Dental work.
Getting some fake dental work.
Getting their wisdom teeth
cavity,
pulled,
yeah.
Getting some false teeth, get some teeth cleanings, get some.
My back, yeah, I need a chiropractor. Yeah, I need some work done. You
get
know?
some teeth fillings.
That's the most expensive thing. Isn't that funny? That's the most expensive thing outside of surgeries.
Teeth fillings.
Dental.
Yeah, dental is very expensive.
It's crazy, but you could break your.
That's why
leg.
Like people they be like, you sure you don't want to say that tooth take that damn tooth out. That tooth costs too much.
Like I remember I saw this message on social media. This black girl said, "Damn, should I get my side tooth taken out? Because everybody she see, they side tooth is gone."
She ain't lying. When they do that full smile, it be that gap.
It be pretty white smile. Then you get to the side, it's a dark hole. Like damn.
Next tooth mile away.
So yeah. So I just find it funny how we're gonna see how these stories develop. Brett Favre's not even gonna be charged. Obviously, they saying he wasn't a part of the plan to actually steal the money, even though he has the money, but he got to pay it back. But these dudes, we'll see what they do with them. Should they just? You think the NBA gonna really go after them hard for $4 million?
I don't think so.
Or you gonna just slap them on the wrist and let them go?
Just gonna slap him on the wrist and let him go.
Ain't
$4 million like pocket change.
Moon, former LeBron teammate, Big Baby Glenn Davis.
Big baby.
We all know he was a part of this, but he was a part of this. Tony.
Who did they say they thought was gonna be?
I'm surprised Zach Randolph ain't doing it. I'm surprised.
No, when they said that Stephen A. Jackson.
Oh, Stephen. Oh, yeah,
he would have been a part of it if he
if he
wasn't
had that podcast. He'd be a part of it too. Him and Matt.
Matt Bars. I said, damn.
Yeah, I think he would have.
They got everybody down to a T who they thought was gonna be a part of it.
You know who the scammers are. It's easy to see who the scam. If I showed you, because Travis, he don't watch basketball. He's more of a boxing guy. If I showed you a list of NBA players, I know him. If you saw him, you'd be able to look at him and go, "That's the scammer. That's the fighter. That's the dude. That's the book." You'll know. You can look at people and tell. You can tell who people is within 30 seconds, a minute at most. But yeah, I just think that's gonna be a funny story to keep up with the NBA and how they decide to go about that. We'll see though.
I think they're gonna let it go.
We'll see.
$4 million is like pocket change.
I don't know.
Now, if that was a WNBA and they took $4 million,
$4 million, they got us bankrupt. You going to prison?
The damn WNBA players like $4 million.
$4 million. You going to jail, buddy?
They were like, pack them the fuck up out of here.
Throw him under the
You know
prison.
what I have to do to get that amount of money?
$4 million.
I gotta go to Dubai. I gotta go to
WNBA players going to Dubai. That's a story. Good Lord. WNBA players going to Dubai.
That's an inside joke. If you know what, they're going
they ain't
to
no damn
Dubai.
inside joke. Hold on, that's not an inside joke. That's an internet joke. When that story bust open like 4 years ago. At this point, everybody know. But damn, I wonder. Now you might be going to some damn stories. I wonder.
That's allegedly.
What? How?
Leave it alone.
Well, you don't know any WNBA players. I'm thinking right now. Who?
Oh, you thinking who attractive enough to go to Dubai? That's fucked up.
I ain't say that. I'm making a point. Who do I think would go to Dubai? The trip to Dubai. That's gonna be. What's that big girl name out of Australia? Liz Cambridge. That's her name.
Yeah, you can't just be naming people.
I can name people. Why can't I name people? I'm not.
This is all alleged.
Let me reverse that.
This is a joke.
I'm not saying she would go to Dubai. I'm just saying.
Man, just move on to the next story. I shouldn't have said shit. Should have just kept that thought.
All right, hold on. But back to the Kyrie Irving thing. So after all that, Stephen A. and Jay Williams got into another dispute on social tape. I said social tape. Good Lord. It might as well be social at this point. It's not even sports at this point. On First Take. And once again, this lets me know this is about ratings.
When he brought him back.
Well, no, Jay Williams be on the show.
Okay.
I don't know if he's planning on making him a. He's already got a show. He got a show with the other dude.
Okay.
But this is the back and forth they had on First Take. A little bit of it, at least.
Screw that. I need to be on the court because I'm going to let my teammates down. That's what you're trying to tell me, Stephen A?
No, so
You're trying to tell me this is about basketball?
Yeah.
This is about winning a championship?
No.
Not about making the right decision for myself and my family?
The right decision? How much
and I know
time
what
do
my
you
right decision is for me and my family, Stephen A.
All right, okay.
I know it, and I would talk to Kyrie about how I felt.
You asking questions and you're talking. Which one's it going to be? You asking questions and then answering me. You going to ask me a question and let me answer? I'm trying to answer you.
Go ahead. Okay.
Yes. That means yes. Because listen, if 6.2 billion people have taken it, okay? I'm sorry, has the vaccine killed somebody that I didn't? I mean, has that been the reason people died?
Well,
has that been the reason?
We go down that road. I mean, Moderna's.
Look, when he said this, watch how they react. Stephen A. asks, "Wait, has somebody died from the the jab I don't know about. And he said, well, Moderna, we can get into that. Jay like, hey, you want to get in that bag, we can get in there.
Let's be careful.
So Molly immediately yells, let's be careful.
Which means all of them in cahoots. All of the networks are in cahoots.
Do you understand how crazy it is where you have networks, hosts, stopping people from talking about a certain subject, saying, be careful.
Because they wouldn't want to put out misinformation.
Okay, if you question everything, don't let me answer. I'll try to answer you. Go ahead. Okay. Yes. That means yes. Because listen, if 6.2 billion people have taken it, okay? I'm sorry, has the vaccine killed somebody that I didn't? I mean, has that been the reason people died?
Well,
has that been the reason?
We go down that road. I mean, Moderna just stopped this week.
Now you see how Kendra Perkins jumped in too, like, so.
All right, let's be careful. Let's not get into the medical science facts. Yeah.
She said, let's not get into the medical science facts.
Kendrick, go ahead.
She said, let's not get into the medical science facts. But Stephen A. Smith is the one that got into the medical science effects.
But when he started going into it, stop.
Here's my thing. I'm going to repeat. What Kyrie Irving does with his body, that's his personal decision. But when you jump out there and say that you're being the voice for the voiceless, now you're taking on a whole different type of ownership.
That's fair.
So now you're saying that you're making a stance for society and for others. And what I'm saying is, it is still unclear what stance Kyrie Irving is making.
Kendrick.
It's very clear. He's against mandates. It's not hard to understand. He said in the video we just showed, I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm not going to give up basketball because of a mandate. I'm just making a point. I don't like the fact that I was promised exemption and now a mandate is making me take it. I don't like mandates. People are losing their jobs because of these mandates. There's nothing confusing about his standpoint.
No, they want him to come out and say,
everyone get it. I got it. Everybody get it. If you don't get it, you're
or
stupid.
they want him to just come out and be frank and say he's anti vaccine. That's what they
even
want.
though he's saying on anti-mandate. They want him to say,
well, anti-mandate to
you're not
them
allowed to
is
be gray area. You got to be black and white now.
Anti-mandate is anti-vaccine to them.
Yeah, to them. You're right. To them. Yeah.
Because if that's the mandate, is for you to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's my point. If you come out and say, like for example, I told you my stance is I'm standing not for the people that's gonna put the 100 emoji under my damn Instagram. I'm standing for the 80-year-old people that's in the house that can't get in hospitals because it's unvaccinated people that's hogging up the ICU room because they didn't want to get the COVID test. I'm standing for those people.
Once again, people who are vaccinated can get COVID. And some of them are hospitalized.
He said,
so that means what?
Well, let's ask Como about those 80-year-olds.
Yeah. Let's get in that bag.
He brought a whole bunch of people to retirement homes for those 80-year-olds.
Yeah, that was in New York, and Kumo decided to take sick old people and put them in the same building as not sick old people, and turn into a damn death camp, and got to walk away with some sexual harassment allegations, not murder, but all right.
The ICU is just so filled up everywhere you go.
You're so full. Now, it's when they brought it up. So I got to show this. There's an NBA player who has made a claim that he had, I think he said he had COVID, and I think he said he took the vaccine, and it has led to blood clots. He said NBA player got blood clots from COVID-19 vaccine that ends his season. NBA told him to keep it quiet. Now, this is alleged. This is what he is saying happened. I don't know. We don't know the truth. We don't know the facts. He's saying this is what happened.
This is all alleged, of course.
This is all alleged. So I'm going to show the video of what he said happened.
Damn shame. You got to keep saying alleged.
Protect yourself at all times, buddy.
Screw that.
I got sick, then I never recovered from it. I always had back pain. I was just super tired in the games. Like when we played Philly, back to back, bro, I was so tired. Like I felt like I couldn't run up and down the court, and then my back was hurting. Then we went home. I think that's when I started my back really started hurting bad. And then I'm like, all right, I gotta go to the doctor. And that's when I found out I had blood clots. That all happened in a span of a month. I was fine up until then. Up until I took the vaccine, I was fine. So people trying to tell you no, it's not the vaccine. No, how do you know? You don't know. Yes, the vaccine ended my season. 1,000%. And then the Hawks, nothing against the Hawks. They just called me the next day while I was in the hospital and told me oh, we're gonna tell the press that, your season's over with. I'm like, damn, how? We don't even know what it is. But it's whatever. I'm not even gonna get into all that, bro. I still got love for the Hawks. Mad love for the Hawks. And I just know if I would have played, it would have been way different. We needed somebody to get in the paint, make some plays. I don't know where I'm playing at this year.
So he ended up losing his chance on the Hawks team, who ended up going to the playoffs and doing really well. But he didn't get a chance to play because blood clots. He said, man, they just told me I ain't playing for the rest of the year. I'm like, do we even know what it is? They knew what it was.
They knew exactly what it was.
We're not going to get into that. Like I said, this is all alleged. I'm not saying this is true. This is what the NBA player had to say. I don't know.
Blacks are just known for getting blood clots.
Actually, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Well, is it? I don't know. That's more like blood
Black
pressure.
people are known for getting blood clots.
Hey, I ain't get that, don't she? Her leg?
Yes, our mom had blood clots.
Yeah.
They put her on blood thinners.
So that joke didn't land because they do get blood clots, motherfucker. Why you bring that up?
I'm just trying to.
Nah, you were trying to say blacks are known for getting.
I said it like that. I said it that way because it's true. I'm trying to cover us on this damn channel because somebody gonna be listening. They go swear up and down.
The bot gonna get us.
We're putting out misinformation.
Oh Lord. All right. Yeah. Oh, Nick Young, he went in on Stephen A. Smith too. Remember the NBA player who was dating the white girl? And then they broke up, and now he with the sister. Is he with his baby mama? Did he marry her, or maybe he married someone? I don't know. Point is, he went in on Stephen A. Smith too, called him a sellout.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes, I had to bring up who he was dating. The fact that he calling Stephen A. sellout I'm sorry, it's kind of funny.
He just had to go test the waters.
hey, it's easy to punch on Stephen A. at this point. So.
Stephen A. gonna say, what? He called me a sellout?
Nigga.
You wasn't even with a sister.
Nigga, please. I gotta. Oh, he's not married either. I think he got a kid though.
He's searching.
Yeah, he's still searching for his queen, his black queen.
Shit.
All right, let's see what Nick Young had to say.
What should happen to him? I want to emphasize this. He should not be fired, nor should he be suspended. He was not working for the NFL in 2011. John Gruden's career is over. It's over.
You know what I mean?
Good point. He ain't have to say nothing. It shows we've talked about this in our last video, how he was so passive and whatever to the first set.
When a black man was called
Michelin lips, rubber lips, that was cool. It's in the past. He didn't work for them, whatever. But with the other stuff, he didn't work for them with that stuff either, did he? The email stopped allegedly in 2018 when he got a job. By the way, those emails, what did I tell you in the last video? What did I say about those emails? I said those emails, we were reading it, and it kept saying Washington football team. I said, this seems connected to that prostitution scandal. And guess what? The emails were in the evidence in that situation.
Wow.
I think that's how this got here because of that. Because they were talking about cheerleaders and how I said, oh, he must be one of the customers. But anyway, I just think, yeah, that was funny how those emails were a part of that whole scandal. Now they're being used and, you know, they had to get him up out of here. He's an old school coach who go by old school rules. And they was like, you know,
look at his ass.
Speaking of old school, well, not really. This really don't. This isn't a good segue. I just said it. Just said.
No, the way that nigga dressed is old school.
Yeah. See, I know what I'm doing. I got this.
Yeah, what the fuck he got on?
So this is Black Sports Online. Shout out to him. Aqib Talib says John Gruden can't be racist because he gave him tips on broadcasting. Just let this simmer a couple more seconds. Negro. Yeah.
The slave owners can't be racist. They gave you the scraps.
It is. He gave you pointers. The racist part, I don't buy it all. He's homophobic. He's transphobic. But he's not racist. The one comment he made directly to a person was towards a black man.
And then they had a black man come out and defend him.
It ain't just him though. That was also the Monday Night Football people. What's that guy's name? Well, he defended him. I think we showed him too defending him. He was sitting in front of a white guy. Tony Dungy, the coach that lost his job, and John Gruden got it, and then that team a year or two later won a championship with a team with the roster he had built. He even defended him.
He black?
Yeah.
His name is Tony what?
Dungy. He's a Christian.
Tony Dingy. That's what the fuck he is.
Tony Dingy. You always trying to get somebody a damn name. Tony Dingy. All right. Let's see. All right. This next thing, I don't know if I can call this necessarily black news, but I can tie it in.
Mr. Joe Rogan?
Yeah, because Don Lemon is involved.
And he married to a black woman?
Who?
Joe Rogan, or was he married?
No. He married to a white woman who got a kid that's biracial.
Okay, then it ties into blackness.
Nah, we can't do it. Don Lemon is involved, so it's black news. All right.
Oh, that's not really black news. That's fake. That's synthetic.
Synthetic, is it? Wait. Yeah.
Synthetic is not real. Synthetic?
Yeah.
Damn, what's going on?
Think about that line in Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, where Mike Epps was like, "This ain't synthetic, is it?" I forgot how he used that word. I'm thinking, did he use that word correctly in that movie?
Maybe he didn't. Synthetic is fake.
Matter of fact, I'm crazy. He was asking him, "This ain't fake, is it not? Is this real?" All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, sorry about that. Joe Rogan had a CNN medical correspondent on his podcast. You know, the Joe Rogan Experience, one of the biggest podcasts. He has every celebrity, every big name, every medical professional, every person.
This
in any
is the same
field.
dude that was on that MTV show called Fear Factor.
Yeah, Fear Factor. He did. He's a commentator for the
MMA.
UFC. We ain't got to tell you who he is. I'm sure you know who he is. Like you can't not know who he is and listen to podcasts. You know.
Yeah.
But he had a medical correspondent on his.
They probably said, "Wow,
podcast.
this whole white man got a whole introduction on his whole life." But it's a Negro. They just go.
You made it awkward now. Now I gotta say fuck him. Now I gotta talk shit about him.
This white man got a whole introduction.
I introduced everybody. Who didn't I introduce? I introduced Kyrie Irving in our last video. Did I not? I went down his whole track record. Who he is.
Yeah,
I did it for Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah,
I did it for everybody.
You did.
Don't get it fucked up. But he had him on his channel, and podcast. And he went at him for what he feels was CNN's lies about him taking a horse dewormer, because they were calling ivermectin horse dewormer, even though there's a human version that's not for that.
But they were trying to demonize the drug.
They were calling it an animal drug, but even though there's a human version. So he went at him and said, "Aren't you angry at them for lying?" Like, and of course, the dude was like, "Yeah, they kind of said it wrong." He didn't really want to step on it completely. But then I'm gonna show you what happened afterwards. Let me show you what quick clip of it right here.
Horse dewormer's not a flattering thing. I get that.
It's a lie. It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing That's a lie that they're conscious of. This is not a mistake.
Yeah.
They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine.
Well, the FDA put this thing out. You saw that. Did you see that thing that the FDA put out?
What did the FDA put out?
It was a tweet, and it was snarky. I admit it. They said, "You are not a horse. You are not a cow. Stop taking this stuff," or something like that.
Why would you say that when you're talking about a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people, a drug that was responsible for one of the inventors of it making
Nobel Prize.
winning the Nobel Prize in 2015?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
a drug that has been shown to stop viral replication in vitro. You know that, right? Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer? I can afford people medicine, motherfucker. This is ridiculous. It's just a lie.
I don't think anyone is.
But don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying? You know that they know that I took medicine. Like, here it is. This is ivermectin.
You got
this
it with
is right
you.
Here. Somebody gave it to me.
All right, hang on. The thing is, we're like going so fast. Like I feel like I'm missing.
Do you think that's a problem that your news network lies?
Well, I don't.
Dude,
what did they say?
They lied
What did
and
they
said
say?
I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
Along
they
with
shouldn't have said
a
it was
bunch
horse.
of other
if
medications.
If you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking it, the veterinary medication, and you're not, obviously. You got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication for parasitic disease, and as you say, it's probably, I think what, 250 million people have taken it around the world.
More,
I get that.
Way more.
So
way more. Billions of people have taken it.
Can I just come back to the one I want to talk about? Two things on
you
the
have
ledger.
You have, before we get to that, does it bother you that the news network you work for?
So you get the point.
He didn't let
He
him.
was holding his foot to the fire. When
Yeah.
they lied on me, please acknowledge that this was a lie. And I'm showing that because we're going to get into this whole, not too deep. We're going to talk about ivermectin. And ivermectin has got a lot of channels deleted. A lot of people got packed up.
Pack the fuck up out of here.
A lot of bags have been shipped. I'm just saying we're not going to go into it, obviously, but we're going to go into a
Louis
little bit.
Vuitton to damn Ross bags.
A Ross bag. Is that expensive or not? Oh,
I'm talking-
Ross.
Yeah, I'm talking about the store Ross.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that's too expensive. But
It's not.
so he went on there and he, in front of Joe Rogan at least, said, yeah, that's wrong for them to call it that. But then they went in front of Don Lemon on CNN. And the same dude was, I won't say interviewed, but he had a conversation with Don Lemon on television, and they went back to saying the same thing that he just got challenged with on the podcast.
So he fake.
He fake.
So he went on Joe Rogan,
said what he needed to say,
and then
continued.
and
right
immediately the next day went back on and refuted
Same
everything
thing.
he had said.
Let me show you what he had. Let me show you.
So very important. I know it's in large part a tongue-in-cheek interview, because it's Joe Rogan and there's you're jockeying back and forth. But he did say something about ivermectin that I think wasn't actually correct about CNN and lying, okay? Ivermectin is a drug that is commonly used as a horse dewormer. So it is not a lie to say that the drug is used as a horse dewormer. I think that's important, and it is not approved for COVID. Correct?
That's right. That's correct.
Wait, the point is, he didn't take horse dewormer. He took human medicine.
It is not approved for COVID, and you're right. I mean, the FDA even put out a statement saying, basically reminding people, it was a strange sort of message from the FDA, but that said, you're not a horse, you're not a cow, stop taking this stuff, is essentially what they said, referring to ivermectin. Now, I think what Joe's point
That
is...
it has been approved for humans, but not necessarily for COVID, right?
So he just said it real quick. It's been approved for humans, but not for COVID. That's the point.
Is it? Hold on.
We're going to get into Don Lemon ass too. Go
Is
ahead.
it me, or are these people, since COVID-19, looking old as hell?
Let me
I
tell you
mean, look
something.
at Don Lemon. He looks like he aged like 10 years.
Let me say this. Since the pandemic started, I would say around 4 months in, I realized how crazy people are. You hear about how, when you're growing up, your mama constantly say, the world crazy, boy, da-da-da. I realized I'm not talking about the crazy people that harm people. I'm talking about just people who are clearly not there mentally. I've seen people say some of the craziest stuff in the last year on social media, which is what all people do is say crazy stuff.
Yeah.
They've said some of the craziest stuff I've ever read in the last year than I've ever seen on the internet. The defense they put towards certain things, how they just dismiss certain things. You go, that's a fact. How you're dismissing a fact.
Want you to live in their delusions.
It's like, and it kind of goes with this whole pronouns thing. I have to now live in your world.
Exactly. And I'm going to give a perfect example of that. Angela Stratton King, whatever.
Yeah, Stratton King or something like that.
She has a son who is a trans.
Yeah.
And they went on Dr. Phil. And she's flat out said, so you want me to alter my reality to live in his delusion. We have to alter our reality.
I have to get rid of common sense
and live in their delusion.
Your world. Like, what the hell is going on?
So
when he sits here and lies in your face and says I'm not lying, it's like
I have to alter my thinking.
I have to literally say, okay, you're not lying. I have to just say you're not lying.
No, I don't. I have to say that's some bullshit, and I ain't watching you no more.
Well, that ain't happening. People who watch CNN ain't gonna stop watching.
Yeah, that's correct. It's been used for a parasitic disease for something it's called river blindness, and it's been very effective for that. But, just because it works for one thing doesn't mean it works for something else. Right. And, there's still a few ongoing clinical trials.
And that's what we needed from this. All right. You hear him say that ivermectin is used for parasitic diseases or viruses or whatever. But before we get into that, I want to show you this right quick. Because Don Lemon, since he wants to sit there smiling and
cheesing.
Why is nobody talking about the fact that Don Lemon has a sexual assault and battery lawsuit? Like, he just on CNN. He just sitting there like, yabba dabba doo. Like,
they got the nerve to talk about Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and everybody else.
The point is, shouldn't he be suspended?
Exactly.
If this was a man being accused, I don't know if I'm guessing, assuming more than likely the dude that's accusing him, it's a dude, right?
It's a white man.
I don't see. Do you know that for sure? Or you just saying that?
Allegedly.
Oh, here you go. See, now I got to show it because you just made a claim. Now I got to.
Well, I ain't gonna put no brother out there and say.
Nah. Now this article is from October 1st. You see here, Don Lemon may have to go to court over alleged sexual assault, according to Fox News. The attorney for the man who claimed Lemon sexually assaulted him in 2018 expects the case to finally see a judge after delays attributed to the coronavirus pandemic. The legal team for Dustin Heiss, the plaintiff in the lawsuit, informed Fox News Digital that the case was still ongoing and had headed to courtroom around January 2022. Now, hold on. Why did he have to go to Fox News? Why didn't he go to CNN?
Who, the victim?
Yeah.
Because they got their boy back.
So my point is, if he's been accused of something and it's going to court, shouldn't he be suspended until further notice?
That's not how CNN rolls.
If it was a woman doing this, if this was I'm pretty sure this is a white man. Maybe not, but it might be probably a white man. If this is a white woman accusing him, he'd be done.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get off of here until further notice. So this is strange. He described the incident as vile, disgusting, lewd, and inhumane.
He must have brought out that shit cup.
Oh. See, this is what happened when you listening. We were listening to Choke No Joke. No, we were listening to that. Yeah, Choke No Joke, and the girl brought up what R. Kelly made him do. And now look at you.
Yeah.
Leaking into your own shit.
Yeah.
Now, no pun intended.
Leaking into my own shit.
No pun intended.
Whoa, you tripping, nigga. You tripping.
All right.
You better repent. You better repent.
I'm not doing this for notoriety or fame. I'm doing this because I'm standing up for myself and what I believe in. He remarked, I've grown a new respect for people dealing with mental health issues because stress, depression, anxiety, whatever. He filed a lawsuit in New York. In the suit, he claimed in 2018, Lemon approached him and offered him the lemon drop.
Soured.
A cocktail named after the famed actor, to which he refused. Later, he claimed The CNN reporter put his hand down in the front of his shorts and vigorously rubbed his genitalia, removed his hand and shoved his index finger in the middle of his mustache under his nose.
He smelled his ass?
No.
Oh, he tried to copy Kevin Hart.
Wait.
Because you know Kevin Hart started calling himself Chocolate Drop.
No. That's after they said it's after cocktail named after the famed actor who he refused.
He seen him put his hands down the front of his shorts and vigorously rubbed his genitalia, removed the hands and shoved the middle. He did what?
Do you know what that's equivalent to?
What?
A woman taking her hand, doing that, and then putting it in your nose.
Oh, he
did that to him.
He wanted to smell his.
All right, we done with this. Move on. We done with this one. That name is a damn. Come on, man. See, that done messed up the whole. That messed up the whole mood right there. Come on,
nigga,
man.
get on with it.
See, I shouldn't have read it. See, if you wouldn't have said he was white, I wouldn't have had to go prove it. This is your fault.
It ain't my fault.
All
He
right.
was clearly white. Oh, maybe it was Terry Crews.
No, the man was Hicks. Yeah, he tripping.
This is alter ego. Dustin Terry Hicks.
Terry. Lord. All right, let's move on. Let's move on from that. So we gotta look at ivermectin. Ivermectin. Ivermectin is a Food and Drug Administration FDA-approved anti-parasitic drug that is used to treat several neglected tropical diseases, including you know what it is. It's also been evaluated for its potential to reduce the rate of malaria transmission by killing mosquitoes that feed on treated humans and livestock. For the indication, ivermectin has been widely used as a general well tolerated. Ivermectin is not approved by the FDA for the treatment of any viral infection. So you go through here and it tell you there is insufficient evidence for the COVID-19 treatment guidelines panel to recommend.
They put that into the thing now?
Yeah, it's in there now.
Damn.
To recommend either for or against the use of ivermectin for the treatment of COVID-19. Results from adequately powered, well-designed, and well-conducted clinical trials are needed to provide more specific evidence-based guidelines on the role of ivermectin in the treatment of COVID-19. So they basically said we can't speak for or against it. Yet the media is completely against it. And here, if you look at here, these are the clinical trials that's up. These are the ones they're doing right now. Now, if you look at this one, it says completed. Completed. But this one right here is still recruiting treatment for COVID-19 patients. And they're active, not recruiting, for the evaluation of the impact of administration of single dose of ivermectin in the early phase of COVID. So the ones that actually are used to treat it, try and treat it, the studies for that, they ain't done yet. How are you just now recruiting for this?
Cairo, Egypt.
Like,
wow.
All right.
They're all overseas though. France, Egypt, Puerto Rico.
That's normal. America don't put shit out anyway. So America, they get everything from everybody else.
You don't know till 50 years later.
Yeah. Let me show y'all something else. Now, the reason why we brought that up, because the people that, regardless if you think they're false claims, Joe Rogan, who said he took ivermectin and said it made him better, I don't know. A couple other people have said this. Well, ivermectin is an anti-parasitic drug.
True.
So that would mean you would have to believe that COVID is a parasitic. You would have to believe that, right? What? I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, he just did the stunned face that I said that. What's going on?
You said what?
We ain't going to jail, man.
Yeah, man. See y'all in about 2 months. See you in 2 months.
We ain't going to jail.
We already got one strike.
Hold on.
You know that that's funny how they made the YouTube 3 strikes you out. This was designed for the black man. 3 strikes your ass is out.
I see here. Now I want to show this right here. Tentacles on COVID produces long tentacles and infected cells. Tentacles on cells may help virus spread to other cells. No risk significantly higher in people with HIV. Let me see. I'm gonna read a paragraph. One of these articles.
Be easy what you reading in that paragraph.
Hold on. No, this is from Reuters. So hold on. You know what?
Yeah.
Travis told me better. I think we just linked that in the description.
Yeah, we just linked that in the description for y'all. Tell us what you think in the comment section.
Travis scared.
I ain't scared.
Scared, boy. Got you shook. All right, so I guess we got to move on then.
Yep.
Yeah, Travis scared to talk about that subject.
I ain't scared to talk about that subject.
Now, those articles, the reason why we brought those up is because they're from early last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they are reporting on what they see. These are just Reuters science articles that it looks like tentacles. And what does tentacles remind you of? No need to fill that in. Just look it up.
Mr. Joe Biden.
So to Joe Biden says, we are ready. We have purchased enough vaccines for all children between the ages of 5 and 11 in the United States. Families will be able to sleep easy at night knowing that kids are protected.
So that's November.
Now, you know, okay, when you hear that quote by Biden, what the first thing you think?
What?
What's the first thing you think of when you read that quote?
Money.
What I get from that immediately is when they already know it's going to pass. It
Yeah,
has not
that too.
The FDA has not approved this yet.
That's why I said November.
Oh, yeah. So you think November when you see that?
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to roll out in November.
So the FDA has not approved this for ages 5 to 11. But Biden's already bought the vaccines for it.
Which means he knows it's going to be approved. We have a family member right now waiting to vaccinate her kid.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
But well, not unfortunately. That's her choice.
YouTube got you in a chokehold, boy. But when we get to this, and you ask yourself, we gotta wait for whatever happened with that Ivermectin stuff and all that stuff. But what's the biggest thing that's changed when it comes to these pharmaceutical companies in the last year? Well, Moderna went from a company worth about $7 billion to worth over 130.
Wow.
Billion. They've gained that much in just a year.
In a year.
Now, if I tell you that one company gained over 120 something billion dollars in a year, wouldn't you start to look at them like, I can't really trust what you tell me no more because you're telling me stuff for profits at this point?
Pretty much.
I mean, I'm just saying. I really can't trust your opinion because you don't make so much money off of it. You want this to keep going.
Or they're following the science.
The science said we need more money. The science is math, baby. Cha-ching. We go see what Black News Channel had to say.
Oh my God.
You know you gotta bring them up every week. Got to. The Black News Channel, they talked about the unvaccinated. And they made a point in this that I think Travis is gonna disagree with. So let's see what they had to say. This is about the FDA committee to vote on Moderna J&J vaccine, the boosters. By the way, they haven't even voted. Have they voted on giving them full approval?
For the booster?
No, for just Moderna and J&J.
No, I think the only one that still has
it's
approval.
Community.
Yeah. Is Pfizer.
It's one. No, it's not Pfizer.
Oh, Community.
It's Community. Pfizer and BioNTech is still under emergency use authorization. So they're voting for the boosters, but not to approve it.
Yeah, they even want to make it where you don't. If you took the Moderna, you could take the Pfizer and Pfizer, the Johnson and Johnson vaccine booster.
They're saying if you mix them, it's stronger.
It'll be fine or something.
No, they're saying it'll be better. It's stronger somehow. But let's see what they have to say. Shit.
Well, I can use South Carolina as an example, a state that never closed down, a state that was trying to push for the kids to go back to school a long time ago, a state that making sure that the kids do not have to wear masks in school. So I think it depends on where you are. I believe that there are some places that are just turning the page on the unvaccinated. It's just you're out for yourself type of situation, which I don't think it should be. We just have to figure out a way to do better education and inform people why this vaccine is important. The babies being born today know nothing about chickenpox because of a vaccine. And because of that, we were able to get rid of chickenpox, and people are not catching chickenpox today. But people don't realize that, and people just feel as if they don't understand why the government created this vaccine so fast. They're trying to eradicate the population, all these other conspiracy theories. So I do believe people are turning their page on it and leaving the unvaccinated behind. But the unvaccinated also have to take a better emphasis onto their own health, because they are not only affecting themselves, but they are also affecting people around them.
Quentin, I'm curious to get your thoughts on that. Has America turned the page on the vaccines and the unvaccinated?
Well, this is Black News Channel, so they have to know that Black people are the least vaccinated.
So that means America has
turned the page on Black people.
Black people.
So when you see Oberman get on there and say anybody who's not vaccinated is scared, and what's that other word he used? What's that word they used? Whatever. They use all these terms towards those people, but they call themselves super liberals. Aren't they talking about Black people too?
Yeah.
And majority of Black people allegedly are not
really
vaccinated.
bothers me that they keep talking about unvaccinated people put other people in danger, but you've taken the vaccine, so how are you in danger?
And the world would never know. It's funny because when this first started, they told you the worst thing ever is to get COVID, right? It's the worst thing you could do. Hey, you need to take the vaccine so you don't get it. You won't get it. You won't get it. And then a couple months later, oh, you will get it. But you ain't gotta worry about getting sick.
Just like they said, you don't need masks. Then, oh, you do need masks.
Oh, you do need masks. Then they said, oh, you will get sick, but it won't be as severe. So now they're now telling people, don't freak out. Catching COVID after you are vaccinated improves immunity. Now, there's a term for somebody who gets COVID or any type of virus or something and then gets through it. There's a term they have for that.
So they're saying,
natural immunity.
So they're saying if you get vaccinated and then
you should get COVID.
You get COVID, then your immunity.
Your immunity. So is it a vaccine or my antibodies now?
They're still promoting to get vaccinated though.
Yeah, they want to get vaccinated first so that you don't die.
And then catch COVID so you become a super.
You strong then. You won't never get it
superhuman.
So it's like, so the COVID is just helping me with the symptoms, not actual COVID. it's batshit crazy.
Listen, I gave up months ago. Once again, they want you to alter your reality to live in their delusions.
For 20 months, we cowered behind masks, scrubbed ourselves with hand sanitizer, and socially distanced to avoid COVID. Now most people are vaccinated. Experts are telling us we need to prepare to catch the virus. Wait, if most people are vaccinated, you shouldn't worry about catching it, right? They're telling you you're going to get it now because, is that what they're saying? It sounds like they're saying because you are.
I come from that generation where I caught the chicken pox and
yeah, and when you got it, you go with the other kids.
They got the chicken pox.
All y'all get it, and then y'all ain't gotta worry about it no more.
And it was done.
And if you get it when you're an adult, that's when it's really bad.
Yeah.
If you get the chicken pox as an adult, that's when it's bad.
Or the measles.
You need to get it as a kid.
Yeah.
Not as an adult. But yeah. It sounds counterintuitive, but the argument is if you are vaccinated and catch COVID, you are unlikely to get seriously ill or go to the hospital and get the virus, and the virus will further boost your immunity. So natural immunity, natural antibodies. The new message comes as infections in the U.S. and worldwide appear to have peaked, and sometimes scientists are noticing the virus has a wave pattern. 2 months of high infections followed by a decline for 2 months with high infections.
Well, when they say immunity, I'm thinking, well, damn, is this a utopia damn thing where you live forever?
Oh, here you go.
I'm going into it.
With lockdowns in 3 states due to ease of coming weeks, Australian National University infectious disease expert Professor Pete Collington and University of Newcastle Professor Nathan Bartlett said fully vaccinated people need to change their attitude to the virus. Wait, but the reason why they have that attitude because you gave it to them. So you knew all along that you, at some point, you have to get it. All right, we're going to move on. These people, I'm just saying, man.
Listen.
It's just, people are crazy. And when you point this out, it's like, yeah. All right. New guidance on aspirin intake is unrelated to COVID-19. And the drug remains an unapproved treatment to the. Who the hell is taking aspirin?
Niggas.
Go take you got a headache? Take an aspirin.
Yes.
No, I ain't gonna put that in my people. Nah.
Who's taking aspirin?
Well, here's the thing with drugs. Aspirin can help you with a headache.
Yeah,
with a lot of
actually
things.
can.
Well, you take too many. That's that joke Cat Williams said. You take too many. That's the last aspirin you're gonna take. So it's a thin line, baby, between health and death. But yeah, who the hell is taking aspirin to deal with COVID?
I don't know. I mean, damn, aspirin.
It seems like a lot of me. Just like this seemed like a lot of me right here. So we're gonna talk some shit about Kamala Harris now. Kamala Harris, she did a I guess you would call it a Q&A with some students one time, and the students chewed her up. How'd you get chewed up by a student? When I show you this,
they schooled her ass, huh?
The student,
oh, they Israeli kids.
I don't know if they're Israeli, but they chewed her up, like really got on her, and she had to give one of those fake politician answers you give people that ask a tough question. A kid made her give that answer.
No, she came in class where they say it's Kamala Harris. Easy.
Easy, baby. Let me show you what these kids got on her ass about.
But I see that over the summer, there have been protests and demonstrations in astronomical numbers standing with Palestine. But then just a few days ago, there were funds allocated to continue backing Israel, which hurts my heart because it's an ethnic genocide and the displacement of people, the same that happened in America. And I'm sure you're aware of this. And I bring this up also, and I'm sure you're aware of this. Genocide and the displacement of people, the same that happened in America. And I'm sure you're aware of this. And I bring this up also because of the issue of how Americans are struggling because of lack of health care, public health care, lack of equity.
So she said, what's going on in Israel is an ethnic genocide. I'm sure you know. She said that happened in America. I'm sure you know about it. So this girl is another person who's assuming that this woman is Black American. Kamala Harris is not Black American. She is Jamaican and Indian.
Brahmin.
She's Brahmin, which is, talk about class system. Brahmins are the wealthy class over there in India.
They're at the top.
That's who Kamala comes from. Her in India, certain people in America, you wouldn't be able to speak to her. To all you Negroes, y'all would not be able to speak to her if y'all was in India. She would look at you and spit at you and say, "What are you talking to me for?" I remember in, what was that, 7th grade, we learned about the caste system. I think the bottom caste is called the Untouchables.
Untouchables.
I forgot the other people, the farmers. I forgot their name.
The Untouchables clean up the poop.
Yeah, it's the Untouchables. Then it's the farmer class. Then it's the business class. Then it's the
doctors.
The doctors. Then it's the top class, the wealthy, the aristocrats, the people who are the politicians and the movers and shakers. That's
the royals.
That's who Kamala comes from. So she would not understand what happened in America. She do not understand it. Allegedly, her father has an Indian heritage as well. Now that's alleged. I think it's mother.
I would say something, but I can't say it on YouTube.
But I don't know if that's fact. That's true. But yeah, Kamala would not understand what happened in America.
No.
Affordable housing, and all this money ends up going to in funding Israel and backing Saudi Arabia and whatnot. And I think that the people have spoken very often in what they do need. And I feel like there's a lack of listening, and I just feel like I need to bring this up because it affects my life and people I really care about's lives, and this is just something I had to bring up.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. And again, this is about the fact that your voice, your perspective, your experience, your truth should not be suppressed.
That's it. Your truth, your should not. She basically said, "Well, that's what you believe."
She said that's your truth.
But I see that over.
That's what she said. Hold on.
Your perspective, your experience, your truth should not be suppressed.
So they don't plan on doing.
A student.
They don't plan on doing anything.
A student made her give that answer. A student. She didn't know how to deal with the answer. Give a damn student an answer. Kamala Harris is by
the worst.
Okay, let's take morality aside. Let's take our political views aside. We clearly disagree with her politically. Think she's a horrible person. But as a politician, the one thing you have to recognize is a politician that's good at lying and twisting stories.
If that would have been crookery,
if that was Obama, he would have charismatic his way out of that. He would have been smooth with it. Like, yeah, you know.
Crookery she would have handled that better.
She probably brought up women. As a young girl, she would have been able to roll it off.
Trump would have handled that better.
Trump would have been like, in America, we love America. All Kamala could say was, that's your truth. Everybody in the room probably like, she didn't respond.
That's your
truth. She
truth.
is the worst politician I've ever seen. How do you come in last in a Democratic primary? I'm not sure. I'm thinking Pete Buttigieg lasts longer than you. Amy Klobuchar lasted longer than you.
They got her ass out in the beginning.
She was the first person to drop out.
And then you turn around and become the vice president of the United States. That sounds like you was putting that.
Sounds like you was already predetermined.
Sounds like you was putting that. Fill in the blank, y'all.
Putting this. Oh, yeah, we can't, yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
Can't say that.
Don't
you crazy.
Say that. I said fill in the blank.
That's what got us out of here last week.
Hey, bot. I said fill in the blank. That's all I said. All right. It got so bad for her that this woman, she had a NASA space video. She went and hired child actors.
Allegedly.
No, it's a fact. Because she got embarrassed by the kids, she went and hired child actors so that it wouldn't happen again. Look at this. Children in NASA space video with Kamala Harris are actors. Kids in clip produced by Canada-based Sinking Ship Entertainment had an audition for the part, despite being presented as normal. Like, how in the hell, bro? How in the hell do you need children?
Kamala said never again.
You need student. All right, bro. I'm gonna show y'all this video. RT, Russia television. Not Russian bots. Not Russian payoff.
I'm from Ukraine.
Ukraine. Oh yeah, Ukraine. Oh, it's funny you brought up Ukraine, boy. You better stop. Stop. Leave Ukraine alone. See, you brought up the real heat. Talking about me. Leave Ukraine alone.
Oh God.
Kamala
Harris is the dumb. I can't even say.
Ukraine got Trump up out of here. Leave that alone. Hold on now.
Didn't that lady say Biden belongs in a nursing home? Kamala belongs in a brothel.
Yeah. So Biden, no, she said Biden belongs in a nursing home. Kamala belongs in a brothel, and Obama need to be in prison.
Ain't that the truth?
All right, well, it was an old white lady. Her face is hilarious.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Her picture is hilarious.
She got like a little rat.
Little rat face. And she said, I will show y'all the picture, but I don't feel like going to it right now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to show y'all this fake ass video. RT exposed her ass.
You said fake ass video? Oh, you talking about Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
Sorry, Kamala.
Get curious.
Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh my god.
My agent called me and was like, "Hey, Trevor."
My agent.
Don't get so we about to make bank.
You booked it.
Wow.
All of them are actors. It's almost comparable
to crisis actors.
Yeah, to Biden getting the booster shot and a fake White House across the street from the actual White House.
When we saw that story, I was in disbelief
And
that
none of the reporters in the room said nothing. Nobody said.
Was
by the
April
way-
Ryan there?
Probably was. I think she works as a press. What's it called? But
Wow.
out of all those reporters, nobody said, "Oh, by the way, we were in a fake."
Can you?
That were another. We're not gonna say the name. We're not even gonna give the name. If that were another president who had a fake room set up,
You know who? I was about to say his name.
a fake room set up. Every reporter would have ignored him getting a booster shot. They would have only talked about the fact they was in a fake room.
Looks like
Now, the question becomes, why?
the questions become: how many times have they done this?
Well, that doesn't matter. Why are they doing it?
Because somebody obviously is having some memory issues.
Oh, Lord. Now, listen, look, this is why she's the worst politician. She has no charisma. She has zero believability. She's annoying.
Man, Kamala like she been ran through.
She's a terrible actor.
And I just love the idea of exploring the unknown. You're gonna literally see the craters on the moon with your own eyes.
Oh my goodness.
With your own eyes, I'm telling you. Earth
That's how she wanted that little girl to act.
She's like, this is how you do it, baby. This is how you do it.
She wanted to be like, "Hi, Kamala."
The little girl like, that's not how you do it.
The little girl like, she tried to like, kids, can you act? They're like, sure. When the camera started rolling, Israel.
remember when that scene in Martin when he was at the unemployment office and he was talking to the lady and
Sit your ass
he like,
down.
"What's up?" I said, "What's up?" Man, sit your ass down. Them kids looking at like, man, sit your ass down.
is kind of small. Yeah. Right?
Look at that shit. 18,000 dislikes.
How could she become the next president? There's no way.
Oh, she can. We're not gonna get into that, but she can. No, we can't even say no more. She can easily.
Hell, we can go to O'Biden. Biden's O'Biden.
Stop. Just stop right now. Travis, stop right now. Stop. Just stop. You ready? You can't stop.
I just said O'Biden. That was not by accident.
O'Biden. Oh.
O'Biden.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right.
Oh man.
A record 4.3 million workers quit their jobs in August, led by food and retail industry. Well, we knew if you talk about people quitting their job, we knew who it was going to be. We knew it was going to be food and retail, customer service.
It's not just your fast food. It's not restaurants. It's your suppliers that are quitting. Your drivers, the people that work in the manufacturers, they are quitting.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get your food.
So you see here, workers left their job at a record pace in August, with bar and restaurant employees as well as retail staffing quitting in droves, the Labor Department reported Tuesday. Quits hit a new series high going back to December of 2000. As 4.3 million workers left their jobs, the quit rates rose to 2.9%, an increase of 242,000 from the previous month, which saw a rate of 2.7% according to the Department of Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey. The rate, which is measured against total employment, is the highest in the data series that goes back to December of 2000. Quits have been historically at a level of confidence from workers who feel they are securing and finding employment elsewhere. Though labor dynamics have changed during COVID-19 crisis, workers have left their jobs because of health concerns and childcare issues unique to the pandemic circumstances. A total of 892,000 workers in the food service and accommodation industries left their job, while 721,000 retail workers departed, along with 534,000 in healthcare and social assistance. Ooh, boy. COVID cases have since been on a decline nationally, though some healthcare professionals worry about another rise during the colder months.
So we're going to have another, just like last
A cold
year.
winter? We'll have a cold winter?
Starting in November. There will be an uptick in cases. It's going to drag through January.
No conspiracy theories here, bub. We're not doing that today.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
It's conspiracy theory. But
me and the misinformation.
Another thing that's happened is it John Deere? Yeah, John Deere, they had a bunch of workers decided, I'm quitting, or at least I'm going on strike, because they say, now when you read this right here, I'm not going to show the video. This is on Twitter. I'm not going to show the video. But I'm going to just read this right quick. Around 10,000 workers at Deere and Company, the maker of the agricultural and farming equipment, rejected a contract proposal and went on strike early Thursday. According to the New York Times, the workers, a member of the United Automobile Workers Union, are based mostly in Iowa, Illinois, and Kansas. The dispute is over global supply chain bottleneck due to COVID-19 pandemic. Listen to this. John Deere is set to make a record in nearly $6 billion in this fiscal year, according to the company's latest forecast. And I thought about this like, wait, how the hell are these companies out here having their best year during the pandemic?
Because they're being given money.
Are they giving money, or they know what's going to happen, so they're able to plan for it? That's the most. They're having a best year during the camp. What's going on? So the workers are like, look, y'all making all this money, we should be getting a damn raise.
Exactly.
So, and the same thing happened with Kellogg. They also have a strike going on right now. And with the American Airlines.
American Airlines and Southwest Airlines, in Texas, they are requiring
workers to be vaccinated.
The workers to be vaccinated. Now, this goes against the Texas governor.
But it's in line with federal law.
Federal law. So they're ignoring what the Texas.
Well, they had federal law usurps state.
However, he still can put fines. I think it does.
I think in certain instances. Oh, could they have a contract
with the federal
with the government?
But the Texas governor can still fine them.
So you think he is?
Absolutely, I think he is, because he has to show.
Well, if you look at this,
he's serious.
I saw this on Twitter. You see here, it said it's the most reported that Joe Biden made calls to certain airline CEOs, threatening them with contracts to enforce mandates on airline workers. Understand this has nothing to do with health, but everything to do with control. Stand up against Satan and protect the rights of the people. We are Farrakhan, intellectual extremists, extremists, RZA with fact. This is RZA. RZA is the line, right?
Yeah.
So you see here, have a source at Southwest. Let me zoom in. Have a source at Southwest Airlines who said 35 employees missed work in Jacksonville to protest the mandate. Almost every flight is out of Orlando was canceled.
32 out of 35?
Yeah. Almost every flight out of Orlando was canceled. Biden called all the airlines and threatened all the CEOs this week. Thing is, things are going to get a lot worse. Oh, let me say this. We gotta be honest. Do you really believe Biden himself called them?
Or he had somebody call?
Or did he have some? I think they meant somebody he had somebody's administration to call him.
Well, if it's coming from his administration, it's coming from Biden.
From him.
So that's why they said Biden called.
That kind of says a lot. You make it seem like he got on the phone and said, if you don't do this, that more than likely it was a situation where if you don't do this, contract's gonna end. Somebody connected them said that. Not sure if my message came through with this, but it's true. Southwest was threatened. Kelly, that's a dude who's you talked about
CEO.
that, the CEO, did not want to do this, but had to make a decision. Funding pulled from the government's biggest contract and potentially go bankrupt and leave 50K without jobs or enforced mandate. Such evenness in Biden to play such a card makes me sick. It was the card he always was going to play. So,
because let's be honest, the federal government has been funding these airlines to stay open because nobody was flying last year. It didn't start really picking up
late last year, or you think this year?
This year started picking up.
Well, what was the lowest you think it was? Around mid last year?
Yeah,
a little bit. Fall last year probably was the lowest,
and then up until through winter.
Yeah, and then like around.
And I say around spring,
February, March. Yeah,
I say around March, April, people started back flying again heavily.
Oh, that's when they started saying the pandemic is over. That's when Biden came out and said. That's when they opened
up in February.
That's when Biden said we beat the pandemic on 4th of July and all that stuff.
Well, no, actually, states, I would say stuff started opening up around March.
Yeah, and then it's in this weird area right now where it's open,
but it's not open.
But it's not open. It's open, but not really. It's weird. Like you don't really hear about lockdown no more. You don't hear about whatever level. What
because
level
now they're trying to normalize
what it is, right? See, that's the thing. You don't even think about what level is Seattle right now. Like level. Last time you looked,
they took away the levels.
I'm saying last time you looked, what did it say it was? Like level 2, level 3. There's 4 levels, ain't it?
No, there's only 3 levels now. They took away the 4th.
I'm saying it was 4 though, right?
4 is completely open, no guidelines.
So the highest Seattle made it was 2.
Yeah,
and then they took 1 away and said it's only 3.
What I'm trying to get them to understand is there was 4.
Yeah,
it's only 3 now. So they took away the one that says
fully open,
back to normal.
So now
they took away the 4th, which says back to normal.
So now that out of the 3, we still will be
I don't know if we're in 2 or 3.
They haven't talked about it. They don't talk about it no more. What, California, they don't talk about
They don't talk about the stages no more.
They just
1,
say
2, 3, 4
where
stages.
you are right now is where you are.
Yeah.
So now you're in this area where it's just this is normal.
You're in
now.
this area where you can go back to shut down
anytime. This is the
anytime.
new 4. We're in the new 4 right now.
I told people at work, I was like, you guys realize that there's not a 4th stage no more. 4th stage is pandemic is done. We're back to complete normal.
Yeah. Let me show you this right here too. Former President Bill Clinton hospitalized with non-COVID related infection. Now everybody and their mama immediately said one thing. One, it probably was allegedly STD, syphilis. Everybody kept making jokes.
Allegedly.
I said that.
Okay.
So everybody was saying, why you bring COVID up? No one think it's COVID. An infection, he got that damn dirty worm. Let's be honest. He got a dirty worm. We know what's going on. I had to bring this up. I thought it was funny. Everybody just assumed STD. No one said, oh, they lying for him. He got COVID. Everybody said, oh, no, we believe you. He got that damn dirty package. That's what it is. But by the way, are we going to ignore that he has a biracial son out here in the streets? We saw the dude.
Yeah, we saw.
Decades after, decade after decade, the black community.
Sorry about that. We saw the dude. We ain't mistaken.
Decades after, decades.
What the hell? We not mistaken. He looked just like him.
Yeah.
That's that man's son.
That's Bill.
Bill has a son with we don't know what the woman is. We assume she's black, but she might be whatever. We don't know. And nobody says anything. Just let this dude out here scream at the top of his lungs. That's my daddy.
That's my daddy.
Everybody just go, yeah, we know.
He got a couple of us.
He got a couple of y'all out there. So I'm going to show you another video now.
Bill said, if I had $1 for every time somebody called me their father. Or called me daddy.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say, if I had $1 for everybody who called me
everybody,
daddy.
if I had $1 for every time I was called daddy, I'd be fucking broke.
Oh, no, he'd be rich as hell, you mean? If he got
he'd be rich.
He'd be rich as hell. All right, I want to show y'all this video now on Black News Channel where they talked about the census, the black people undercounted.
Black people been saying that forever, that we are undercounted.
Oh, we know it. Well, how many out of our family, how many of y'all, I'm asking y'all, I know y'all gonna watch this, hopefully. If y'all love it, y'all will watch it. But listen, how many of y'all actually did the census?
I did. They made sure I did the census.
I think if you got kids, you pretty much already did it.
If it's not even if you listen, if you've done the census, they're still sending you papers asking you to do the census.
Oh yeah. Didn't they say they can get you for that? You can be arrested for not
Yes,
doing
you can
it.
be arrested for not doing the census.
Yeah,
They
for
do
whatever-
it every couple of I think they do it every they
10
don't do it
years.
every year, every 10 years, I believe.
The census? 10 years? I don't think so.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's 5. Jesus, how don't we know this? My bad, y'all. We
We don't
failed y'all.
give a damn.
What? Yeah, how often do they do the census?
Tell us in the comment section.
I don't know. I never look. That tells you we don't do the damn census. We don't even know.
No, I did the census. I
We
turned
did
it
it this
in.
time.
I did it this time.
I don't like to do it every time. Oh, hold on. We might get you
Listen,
arrested.
I'm not.
Hold on. This
You
might
trying
be, oh, sorry.
No,
Never
it ain't
mind.
sorry. He's not speaking for me. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. And you mean not? He mind his damn business. To be quite honest with
About to
you.
get him in the damn slammer. But let me show you what they had to say, Black News Channel, about the alleged undercounting black people in the census.
decade after decade, the Black community has been underrepresented
Ooh,
in
look
the
at this
census,
sister.
and it seems to be happening again in 2020, with new reports saying African Americans may have been undercounted at a higher rate than usual, possibly 3 times as high as 2010. The jury is still out on the accuracy of the analysis, but if
it's every 10 years.
proven to be true, this count could have a major impact on funding provided to our communities, affecting benefits like Medicare.
What's the point if they promise you $55 billion and give you 30?
Yeah, remember that whole scandal with the HBCUs?
And then let me say this right quick. You had these Negroes that go out and try to defend it, and it's like, we know he didn't cut funding. The point is, he promised $55 billion, and he cut it and gave you 30, and then you had your weak jelly spine leaders say, just give us back 15, please. And then we found out that the money he gave you
went to the indigenous.
You got to split it up with the minority institutes, as in any college that's majority not white, gonna get a split of that money.
That goes to your Asians.
And the grants are competitive, which means the person who earns the highest scores get them. So if you're getting outperformed by somebody, it's a competitive grant. It's not for you. It's not yours automatically.
Sound like the civil rights.
So they cheated you. So what's the point of having your name in the census if they're going to keep cheating?
Care, SNAP, Section 8, and also Head Start. Joining us now to discuss this is public policy leader and justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion advocate, Dr. Patrick Graham. He is no stranger to BNC Live. Dr. Graham, always a pleasure having you, sir. So just break it down.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
It's nice seeing a regular black woman on the channel.
That's why I said, look at that sister.
It's a regular, I don't mean, oh Lord, I used the wrong word. I didn't mean regular. I mean black. I can't even say that. She's just a black woman.
A sister girl.
No ambiguity. Is that the right word?
She's not ambiguous.
No, I'm trying to use the right word. Ambiguous and ambiguity. That's the word. Yeah. None of that with her. We know what she is. But yeah.
I'm going to tell you, one of the things that I'm really concerned about is not just the 3 times more for African Americans, because that's bad enough. But that same study shows that there's a possibility that count is 10 times more for our black children. And so when you think about that, issues like childcare, money for education, housing, et cetera, are all impacted by that. And more important, by the year 2044, 2045, we know that we will have a majority, what they call minority.
How are you a minority if you're the majority? You know, they play this technology on us. Caucasians are the smallest demographic on the planet. And they've convinced you that you're the minority.
They made Africa way smaller than what it is on the map.
Oh my God. Look, man, it's just funny how we still refer to ourselves as minorities. And it's like, first off, we don't even know if that minority in America thing is even true. We know we're not more than likely the majority, but that 12% that's been going on for the last 50 years.
We just can't get there.
Can't get to 15. Can't get there.
Can't get to 15.
But you know.
Damn sure we gonna get to 20.
And that generation is with us right now. So if we're not actually developing them, if we're shortchanging them, it will have an impact on our ability to be competitive as a nation.
Wait, as a nation? He meant
as
black
a people.
Nation? Oh, wow. He actually used that term towards black people, I think, right there.
You know, we might have a little bit more on the census too if some of us decided, you know.
Don't do it. You're going to get into it later. Don't even do it now. Don't blow it yet. We're gonna walk them through the whole thing.
We would have been about 30% of the population if that would have been that shit would stop going on.
We want to walk them there first. We don't want to run away too quick because you're gonna run them away.
Oh, you want to be like Jill Scott? Let's take a walk.
All right. Yeah, because you're gonna run them away at the end. So hold on. Now the reason why that's important. Hold on. I fucked up, didn't I? Yeah, I messed up. I'm going to have to, I thought I made a slide for that, but I didn't get fancy with that one. So whatever. So, all right, here we go. What the hell? I don't know what's going on, but you can see it right here. Hispanic voters now key in swing counties nationwide. For decades now, Hispanic voters have been seen as key voting bloc for the future, and the latest census shows how quickly the future is arriving.
They preparing it for 2024.
So no. If y'all remember, in 2016 when Hillary ran, go back. Who was Hillary talking to for 90% of her run? Mexicans, immigrants. She talked to black people at the end. Just like Biden just did. Biden spent most of his campaign, or he didn't really campaign. But
He was in the basement.
Most of his language didn't come towards black people till the end. That's when they focus on the black audience at the end, at the very end. Trump too. Trump waited till the end. Start talking about a platinum plan and stuff. Because they understand you are the swing vote, black people. The person who's talked to last has the most leverage. You're supposed to use it early. You tell them what you want early, way early. So that when they come to you at the end, you go, oh, our deal being right here. And we ain't moving. Right here. It's right here. We ain't moving.
Good luck with that.
So they give you what you want or they don't get it.
Good luck with that.
Now the Hispanics. But in that campaign, Hillary was going towards the Latino vote. Bernie Sanders, he focused on the Latinos. He thought that would get him over the edge. And then South Carolina happened. And they was like, alleging the story came out that the black people in South Carolina was leaning towards Bernie. Like, we might go Bernie. And then that Judas Clayburn. Is it Clyburn or Clayburn?
We don't give a
Jim Clayburn, how you say it? He came out and pushed for Biden, and they in droves followed him.
His name is Jim?
Yeah. Or is it Tim? See, you making me forget the man's
name.
name.
His name is Jim Clyburn.
So why you?
No, I'm just making sure it was Jim. Because his name should be Jim Crow.
Jim Crow. Jim Crow Clyde. But yeah. So now they're focused on the Hispanics. Because they're supposed to be 25% of the population now? 26?
They got it there quick.
But they're also counting, you got to remember, there's a lot of them that come here and call themselves white.
Mm-hmm.
So they're counting white Hispanic, you got Hispanic and non-white Hispanic. So I wonder, the Afro-Latinas, are they calling themselves black or Latina?
I think they call themselves Latino.
It has to. Because the black population ain't went up none.
That's why I'm talking, in New York, they don't identify themselves as...
So I wonder, when we see these black people from Dominican Republic.
You can't say that the ignorance of
Puerto
black
Rico,
Americans.
Puerto Rico, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Chile, Panama. Are they coming here calling themselves Latino?
I believe so. No, I don't believe so. I know so.
Because their population is growing
because they feel that they're not black. They feel that they are all three mixtures. They're black, Taino Indian, and European.
So that's why the Hispanic population is growing and the black population is stagnant. Or is they just lying?
Well, we know why the black population is stagnant.
Oh, like I said, wait till the end, buddy. He gonna go on your rant at the end. But I want to show y'all a clip. Because people keep talking about this black and brown solidarity. Black and brown. And I found this page called Forgotten Latino History. Some of you may know it. Where he talk about all the misconceptions about the black and brown bullshit. Basically saying it's not true. Latinos know who they are. They know they're not black. They were not a part of the civil rights situation. Mexicans didn't start that brown. You know how you have Black Panthers?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the Mexicans call theirs. The brown something. Brown Pride and all that stuff. I forgot the title they have. That didn't start till after civil rights movement. That's when they started pushing themselves as a person of color. Before that, you didn't want to be considered black. You wanted to come to this country and associate as hard as you can with whiteness. After the civil rights movement, and there were benefits, the black man negotiated benefits, tangibles. That's when people said, oh, I'm a person of color. And what did the language in the bill say? The Civil Rights Act? People of color, minority. So that's where the black man messed up. So he should have been selfish. He should have made sure in the bill it said Negroes, black.
No, Negroes.
Negroes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Negro.
Because when he say
American
Negro,
Negro.
When he say Negroes, we know exactly who he talking about.
Negroes or American Negro from slavery. One of those. But they got the okie doke on them.
That diaspora got the okie doke on us.
All of them though. The diaspora, the Mexicans, even the women got in. Minority. That word minority.
The white woman.
How the hell you allow them? Literally, the people that's the most in the country, white women, get to call themselves a minority.
Mm-hmm. White woman say, "I'm a minority," but damn, we see you with everybody. But the white man.
No, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Jesus Christ!
All right, let me show y'all this video of this Mexican woman saying it bluntly. They ain't got shit to do with her. They ain't her people.
Now look at this
Civil
woman.
rights was for the blacks, as they say.
The blacks.
The blacks.
The blacks.
Black. You know how they say the word black?
White people, they just say it with vitriol.
That BL at the beginning is
black.
Sick. Black.
Black people just say, "Oh, white."
Black.
You know, white people.
Yeah, white.
Black. You don't say white.
You can,
white.
You can spill the saliva in the back of their throat. Black. Like throwing up.
Like yuck.
Yeah, when they say your name black.
You just look up and you go, "It's black, bitch."
One of the questions we're asking all of our interviewees is, what does civil rights mean to you? So given the work that you've done on the marker, the fact that you're a part of La Típica, and all the things that you've been a part of, what does civil rights mean to you?
To be honest with you, when all this civil rights movement came in with Lyndon Johnson and such, I considered it more as being a benefit to the blacks than to us, because we were already accepted, and let's face it, there will always be a problem. There will always be people who look down on you because of your ethnicity, but all you need to do is just look up at them and show them, I'm as good or better than you, you know. But I felt that it was helping them more, and I was very glad to see it, because when I was growing up and we rode the bus to Houston, there was one long row on the bus in the back, and that back row was designated for blacks, and that's where they had to sit. I could sit anywhere that I wanted to on the bus, but the blacks had to sit back there.
You see that? The Mexican woman was able to sit anywhere. Now, we can make the argument, was she white passing when she back then?
She was white passing.
You think she wasn't? No, she had an accent. She's Mexican.
Yeah.
Now you could hear that southern. You can tell she's in the South now. But the accent would have got her to get back there.
Would have got her in a pinch.
And if that row was full, they had to stand all the way to Houston. They could not sit with the others. And that always hurt me. You know, it always hurt me.
You know,
it hurt you enough for you to sit your ass down and continue their ride to Houston.
They ain't hurt you as much as they hurted their legs standing up.
Damn right. We don't give a fuck about your hurt and pain.
How about the actual physical pain some people had to
sat
deal
your
with?
ass up there eating Tortitos and
Stop about your head.
There was a friend whose name was Clarence. He worked at
real name is Clarence. Sorry.
The cleaners, and I always saw him, and he would ride the bus often. I rode it every day to work for years before I got a car. And if he was back there and there was room, I would sit back there with him.
Terrence is a black dude. You wanted the D. Clarence.
Yeah.
We know exactly why you would sit back there with Clarence. It ain't have nothing to do with no civil rights. No, you did. Yeah, you felt sorry for him. You wanted the D. That's what you wanted.
See,
that's all y'all think about as a black man, is a sexual appetite for the black man.
Hold on, now you jumped to conclusions.
No, I didn't jump to no fucking conclusions.
Y'all see his voice get louder now at the end here? Every time we get to the end, you get loud and get boisterous and animated. All right, go ahead.
Okay, what did you think when she said, oh, there was Clarence, and whenever he would sit there in the back, I would go to the back and sit there with Clarence.
Well, he was black, right?
Yes, he was black.
And she know his name, right?
Huh?
She knows his name.
Yeah.
So clearly she was close to him. I don't know if it was sexual. I'm being a devil's advocate right now, so ignore me. But yeah, we don't know.
Let's continue the story.
Of course, if it was nearly full, I wouldn't, because I wasn't going to take anybody's seat, you know. But I would do that to try to make him feel better and try to make others feel like, hey, it's not hurting me to sit here. It won't hurt you either. But that always did, it was hard for me to see. So I was very glad when the civil rights movement came in. I felt that there might be some help for the Hispanic community, but frankly, I wasn't looking at it for that benefit, but rather for the blacks.
So basically you're saying they needed it more than us. I wasn't expecting nothing because they needed it way more than us. So you was on your own back then. There was no black and brown solidarity.
Only time she would want to come around y'all was when Clarence was in the back.
Leave Clarence alone.
Because Clarence was hitting it from the back.
Why? See, hold on. Why you jump to that? Why
Shit.
you do why you do
You know as well as I know that nigga was hitting
Let me
it.
finish. Why you doing like that?
She fucking 90 years old and she still remembers Clarence.
All right, hold on. You
all those sisters in the back.
Hold on.
It's funny how she didn't befriend no black woman because they knew what her ass was back there for.
Hold on. That when you said that, how old she is? She remember that name?
She remembered Clarence.
Well, hold on.
And she didn't sit back there.
No. Maybe because it was a painful experience to see that happening.
Shit.
And she got close to
She didn't sit back there. There was a lot of people back there, meaning when there was a lot of sisters back there.
No. She said because she didn't want to take their seat because they only sit in the back.
Shit.
Hold on. That makes sense. She couldn't sit in the back when it was packed because she didn't want to take a seat from one of them. They can't sit in the front.
Y'all believe that bullshit if you want to. I know the real story.
How you know the real story? You gonna read into that woman's lines?
Yeah, I'm reading into it.
She didn't say nothing about that.
Sure she didn't.
You're just nasty.
I ain't nasty. I'm telling the truth.
Just nasty.
Anybody with ears can listen to know where that story was heading towards.
All right, let's talk about the Holocaust. Woo.
Shit. The little people with the little hats and curly hair.
Stop. South Lake school leader tells teachers to balance Holocaust books with opposing views. Now, most people read this, they go, damn, what's going on in Texas? Well, remember a few months ago when the hottest topic on the streets was
critical race thinking?
Well, that they passed a law to combat that because they said, hey, we don't want you teaching about the negatives that we did.
That white people did.
You had to talk about the positives. So
what was the positives?
It ain't my business. So when I talk about the negatives, when I talk about the positives, I also have to talk about the negatives. Well, right? That's how I go.
Equal balance.
Well, this teacher in Texas, they was distraught. They didn't know what to do. They was like, damn, do we do we talk about it or not? Like, what do we do? Because the rule right here, so we have to follow it. So let's see. Let me show y'all. I'm just gonna show y'all the video. Actually, let me just show y'all the video.
You know what?
I'm just gonna show the video. I ain't gonna read. Y'all probably trying to hear me read anyway. yeah, he did it. Y'all know the face he made when I said that. But it's cool.
We are in the middle of a political mess. And you are in the middle of a political mess. And so we just have to do the best that we can. And so we're going to go and you're going to do what you do best, and that's to teach kids.
I think we're all just really terrified.
I think you are terrified. And I wish I could take that away. I do. I can't. We hired you as professionals. We trust you with our children. So if you think the book is okay, then let's go with it. And whatever happens, we will fight it together. We will.
There's a lot of districts that are in the exact same spot we're in. And no one knows how to navigate these waters. I mean, no one.
As you go through, just try to remember the concepts of 3979 and make sure that if you have a book on the Holocaust, that you have one that has opposing that has other.
How do you oppose the Holocaust?
Believe me, that's come up.
So number the stars,
No,
which is
no, you just take out one.
In a statement, Carol spokeswoman said, Petty's example about the Holocaust reflects the district's attempt to comply with the new state law that requires teachers to present multiple perspectives when discussing widely debated and currently controversial issues. Now, hold on.
Would they say that about who would oppose slavery?
I don't know, but Miss Petty, she getting in trouble for this.
But she's doing her job.
But I don't think she should be in trouble. It's literally. I guess they didn't like she used that example, but they do have books. What's in it? Anne Frank.
Yeah.
They would have to have an opposing view.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Black American from North Carolina, and I read Anne Frank.
Yeah.
What the hell do I have to? What does that have to do with me?
Yeah.
I was forced to read that book.
That was in 8th grade, I believe.
Yeah. No, for me, Anne Frank. No, I didn't read that till 9th grade. Yeah. Wait.
I thought it was 8th.
No, 7th grade. Jesus, I can't remember. I can't remember.
Just let it go.
Yeah, I remember. I read it though. I remember her hiding in the attic and the story and how they were betrayed. And they said allegedly it's a journal or something they found. They turned it into a book.
It's her journal.
We're gonna leave that alone. I ain't gonna touch that. But
that's an opposing view we're having.
But she just did what she's supposed to do. She's saying, look, even the most controversial topic. See, because the reason why they started this bill is to try and cut critical race theory,
and
it backfired.
That's what happened.
Now this right here is the rule right here. Let me show y'all. Look at this. A teacher who chooses to discuss a topic described by a subdivision shall, to the best of the teacher's ability, strive to explore the topic from diverse and contending perspectives without deference to any one perspective. You're not allowed to give one as fact and one as opinion. You're not allowed to do that. False and true. You're forced to be straight down the middle. So any opinion or historical facts, most of the time, you're forced to give a down the middle perspective.
You got to give a counter.
So even they did this because people were talking about redlining laws and all that stuff. So they're like, well, we also need to talk about the bills we passed to help the blacks. We also need to talk about the ending of slavery and all that stuff. Well, you force two perspectives with that. When we talk about the Holocaust, you're now forced to give two perspectives. When you talk about what's another thing, the Chinese, what's them call it? You're forced. How about even when you talk about what was that? How did I forget? What's the name of that attack in Hawaii?
Oh, the bomb.
Jesus Christ.
Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor bombing.
Pearl Harbor bombing. You would have to give a contrary perspective. Why did the Japanese do it?
Well,
what pressure were they feeling to do that?
Well, they said they knew they were going to.
We're not going to get into that. Conspiracy. They're not going to get into that. But you have to do that. World War I, II.
Okay, we get
Vietnam.
it. We get it. You laid down 10 fucking examples. Let's move on.
I'm doing too much. All right. But yeah, that has led to some chaos on that side. So sucks to suck. But let me show y'all this right here. They apologize.
They apologize.
Yes, because the word Holocaust come up. See, that's how you know who got power. When we simply reference you, I'm forced.
But critical race theory, it was like, fuck you.
Yeah. But when you got real power, if I even mention you.
Why would they apologize for having opposing views?
When they did.
When you're doing it for everybody.
Hold on.
Take notes, black people. Take notes.
Texas superintendent apologizes after officials' comment on opposing views of the Holocaust.
Now, shouldn't the critical race theory people be upset?
They should be like, damn, you forced me to talk about two things with this right here, but you're not allowed to do it with this subject. But we know the game.
The shillings.
They in the
hood.
They in the hood. All right, so let's talk about something serious for a second. This going to be a couple quick stories that's going to come in between this, and then we're going to end it off. Maybe she would say these two for last and go to Lizzo right quick.
No.
You want Lizzo?
Save Lizzo last.
you want Lizzo? All right. You see the story here? There was a young man named Jelani Day who a little while ago was found after his mother said he was missing. This story is kind of weird. So he went missing. They found him. You see posts across social media from people who say they are family members, cousins and stuff, who say stuff like this. They say no matter what anyone says, Dr. Jelani Day's death was not a suicide. This brings back memories of young late Emmett Till. Jelani was found faceless, scapless, no eyes, no brain, no organs, not even the liver, and his jawbone was sawed off his face.
Oh my God, that sounds
Just
terrible.
imagine how scared he must have been and the amount of pain he went through. My heart breaks for his family. Justice for Jelani. The mama came out though, and she had an interview where she kind of said the same thing. Yeah, he's missing organs and stuff. But then the autopsy came out and they said no, his organs were liquefied because he was in water. They found him in a body of water. But the point of the matter is he was murdered. He didn't throw himself in a river.
So how did he get into the river?
That's the point. When you read his article, and I'm not going to read none of his article, the mother says that, like I said, it was 2 autopsies. They did one, then they did another, and they said, no, his organs aren't missing. They're just really deteriorated. But they did, once again, she said the organs weren't missing. I don't know if she said anything about his jaw. So is the jaw gone or not? Or was he in the body of water, his body deteriorated, and it just...
How long was he in the water for?
Well, he went missing...
So he went missing...
in the 20-something. And I think they found him on the 24th or something like that.
He went missing on August 24th.
Yeah, and they found him the 4th or something like that, right?
They found him September 4th.
Yeah.
That's enough for your body to deteriorate in 10 days?
What's that? How long is that? You said October or what?
August 24th.
August. That's about a month. A little over a month.
No, August 24th, they found him on... Oh. No, they found him on September 4th.
Oh. It's a week.
That's a week.
But, no, yeah, they found his body, but his mama didn't identify him until later on. They didn't know who he was, right? Yeah, that's remember we talked about that. They found his body, but he was they didn't know who he was. So it took a while for them to finally say, oh, that's your son. She came in identified. If I'm not mistaken, it was about they found his body a week after he disappeared, but she didn't find out until like a month. That's how it happened. So his body was only in the water.
So if they knew they had a black male body and
but
a
they
woman...
They didn't know his name. He didn't. I'm pretty sure.
Hold on. They knew they had a black male body and there's a woman going around in the same area saying her son is missing. Nobody thought to let her check the body?
That's good. I don't know.
Sound like they was taking the organs.
Remember, that's the same time that the that girl Gabby story was trending. That's why the mama came out and said she getting all this attention. I wish my son could get some of that attention.
Maybe it was
right after that, huh?
Because that story was so big.
Yeah, that story was so big that they invited her on. It was like, yeah, my son. I wish he can get that same. I want him found too. Then he was like, oh, here he is right here. So I don't know. Strange story.
Story not adding up.
But you know, they said all that stuff.
It reminds me of that story where that young guy, that young teenage kid was killed and the school rolled up in the carpet behind the bleachers.
That's the first thing people brought up. Johnson. Kenneth
we did
Johnson?
a video on him.
We did a video on him. Yeah. It reminds me of that story.
And then when they went to, his body was stuffed with damn newspapers, had no organs.
These people are so wicked, man. It's crazy. But yeah, let's see this. So that's a story. We gotta wait and see what comes with that because it makes no sense. Then we got this. Family demands surveillance video after Alabama woman Christina Nance was found dead in an unused police van.
Why is
now? You gotta go walk down. We gotta walk with me. Talk with me.
Okay, let's take a walk.
So this Alabama woman is in the police van, so that means somebody put her in there. Obviously.
Fact. Check.
They put her in there. Now, when you read the article, it says she was in there for a while. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to read the article. I think it said she was in there for 2 weeks. So let me just read it right quick. Hold on. All right. Let me just read it right quick to make sure. I saw this. Might be wrong. She says the family of an Alabama woman whose body was found in an unused police vehicle is demanding answers from law enforcement ahead of one planned protest set to Friday evening. Christina Nance, 29, was found dead in a van located in a parking lot out of Huntsville Police Department on October 7th. Nance's family has demanded answers from Huntsville police, including a review of the surveillance video. Local CBS affiliate Huntsville Police Chief Mark McMurray told WHNT that surveillance video from the nearby building showed Nance somewhat disoriented and alone getting into the van. McMurray wouldn't say what date the footage was from, but he did say that Nance's family would be able to see the footage on Friday before it was released to the media. He also said that the van had previously been used by Huntsville police to transport evidence. McMurray said that Nance's death occurred days before her body was found. It was still unclear exactly how long Nance was in the van before she died. Nance's sister, Latasha Nance, told News 19 that she had requested surveillance from HPD and was told the department wasn't sure if the cameras could go back that far. The Madison County coroner said that there was no indication of trauma or foul play. The official cause of death is currently pending further studies, including toxicology analysis by the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences. WHNT has previously reported that the Nance family may conduct an independent autopsy. Jean Aton, is how you say it? Aton said police found the body when an off-duty officer was walking to his car, which he was parked next to the van. Nance's family was has hired prolific civil rights attorney Ben Crump.
Oh, damn! He is literally like. Is there anybody else that exists?
It's 3 of them. It's the other dude. I can't remember his name now. Ben Crump.
The one that had the case in Texas with the police, the white woman that shot the
Merritt Crump. I think it might be another one. I'm not sure.
They what you call him, the hustler? What you call him? Some type of hustler. He had a name for Ben Crump.
Ambulance chaser.
The ambulance chaser. Now this is a very weird.
Hold on, let me finish real quick. We will get to the truth of what happened to Christina Nance, the young black woman found dead in a police van in front of a Huntsville. It was in front of a police. Okay, look, we gotta say this. Okay, so now the cop said she got in the van on her own, disoriented, so drunk. So why did this drunk woman go to a police station and get into a van? Is it not locked? It's open.
It's open.
So this unused van that was used,
it's just open in a police
transporting evidence. It's just unlocked in front
you
of police.
You would think that van would be very secure since it carries.
It's not about being very secure. It might be an old vehicle. You would think it'd be locked.
Why
Somebody
was
could
it
just
locked?
come and take it.
And so not only that, she gets into the van and she just dies. No foul play, no trauma.
Yeah, they said that there's they don't see any foul play
or no trauma.
We want answers on how Christina Nance ended up in a police van on police property when she is not in custody. The protest flyer said, we want to see the video footage of Christina Nance ended in a police van on police property. We want all parties involved with the death of Christina Nance to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. An organizer of the protest told Law and Crime that they were expecting a pretty big turnout for the protest. She was very loved, very good person, funny, and a fun person to be around. When he wrote to her sister, if you knew her, you would have loved her spirit. She's very loving. I could go on and on about my beautiful sister. When he wrote, she is 29 years old and her life was taken too soon. I don't know. These 2 stories are strange. First, the dude is missing organs, then he's not. That could be because it liquefied in the water. All right, his organs weren't missing, but somebody did kill him.
Yes. Who killed him? And whoever killed him, it sounded like they sawed his face off.
Well, hold on. It could be because he was in the water and his skin was decomposing and it led to the muscle or something decomposing. It led to it just coming off. It can't detach. Maybe it just detached because of, decomposing.
How this black woman ended up in a police?
Now that
officer,
right there is
man?
even crazier. Because with what's gonna call it, we can assume somebody killed him and threw him in the water. With her, it's like, how the hell you end up in a police van? So I'm gonna show a video of her sisters, I believe, or let me see right quick. Christina and Nance, who reported missing 2 weeks ago, because she reported missing 2 weeks ago, was found dead inside a police van parked outside of law enforcement officers in Huntsville, Alabama. Now her family is demanding answers. Let me show y'all the family right quick. All right.
It doesn't add up. I'm not buying it. We can't buy it as a family, and we won't. We gonna push for my sister.
Christina Nance's family says they're not accepting the recent update in her death investigation. 29-year-old Nance was found inside a Huntsville police van last week at the station parking lot. HPD says in part, investigators have spent the days following the discovery of Miss Nance reviewing surveillance video to try to determine when Miss Nance entered the van in our parking lot, end quote. They say they will also continue working with the family.
So we will have our own private autopsy in the next few days. Our sweet Christina is dead, and they can't give us an answer.
It doesn't add up.
So that's the. I'm not gonna do it, but yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. But the family, they saying what anybody would be saying in that situation. It don't make sense. How does somebody just end up in a van outside of a police station? How does that just happen? Like, I don't know.
It's terrible.
It very. But next thing we're gonna talk about something that gained some attention randomly. I got my suspicions how. So Meek Mill dropped his recent project, Expensive Pain. You know, he went on a podcast, I believe that was $1 million worth of game. He explained the album cover. And it's Expensive Pain, the things you do when you're in pain. The woman, the cars, all this, it's expensive pain. You know, he explained it in ways that was dope. Well, he had a tour bus or a bus going around the city, and a Caucasian man saw it. And he started looking at the bus and he said, "This is denigrating black women, da 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 da." I'm gonna show you the video of him talking and what garnered it to go viral and cause random backlash that didn't happen when the art was first released. He put the art out before the album. People knew this existed.
They already knew how it looked.
They already knew it existed. They already knew how it looked. But there was nobody said nothing. It was just an album cover. But he said something, and there's all this articles written, and it's like, I know what really happened. But let's see why this went viral. The words he used to go viral.
Look at this fucking bus! Look at this bus that goes by in my neighborhood. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is on the side of a bus. This is on the side of a bus rolling through your street. Rolling on the side of your street. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bull fucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of a bus. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to be respected? Is this how you want to be respected in life? This is how you want to look? This is how you want to be portrayed? Stand up to this bullshit. I'm from Philly. I actually should support Meek Mill. This is fucking disgusting bullshit. Look at this lady. Look at this. This is on the side of a bus where little girls can pull up and see this shit. That's her fucking pussy. Let's not mistake what this pink dot is. This is disgusting. This is satanic bullshit. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of... Look at this shit that you're getting on. This is for everyone to see. Little girls are seeing this crap. It's fucking crap. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. I'm so sick of them just rubbing Satanism right in your face. Oh, it's for art? This is art? Is this art? This crap. Stop dumping shit in the air. Get organic food.
I mean, I would have to say I actually agree that that's a public metro bus that allowed that to be put on a bus. That's kind of crazy.
Get your thoughts on it. That's all you gotta say.
Oh yeah, I do agree with him on that point. That I don't think that should be on a public metro bus.
Okay, I get that point. What are your thoughts on the album cover?
Oh, the album cover? Well, nobody had a problem with it up until this white man pointed out. They had no problem with that being on the art cover on his album.
Okay, there's two sides of this for me. One, I agree. It's crazy that it's on the bus.
It's crazy that it's on an album too.
It's particular characters on the bus that's crazy that it's on there. The part where the woman is bending over and the woman, that's kind of crazy to have on a bus. I can't lie. But then when he used the word, it's how you want to be portrayed. And you see how when Meek Mill first released the artwork, the reaction to it was minimal. Nobody really said much. Matter of fact, people made fun of it, said it looked terrible or joked on it. It's a whack ass cover or whatever.
It does look terrible.
But then when the white dude said this, there was a certain segment that was like, yeah, he's going against black women, he's making black women look bad. Black men, and you know where it went? The gender war. It went straight to the gender war.
That's where it always goes.
And I said, the gender war didn't start until they saw this Caucasian man say it.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I go on Twitter,
Zaddy.
I'm sure if I go on Twitter, I can find a black man saying, yo, why you got our sisters on the cover like that?
You can find a lot of
I'm
them.
sure if I go on YouTube, I can find a black man or a black woman saying, why? But it didn't go viral.
I said that when it first came out, though. The album cover was not.
But it only went viral when a Caucasian man said it.
Because so that's
we know what we're not even gonna say their name. We know what group is behind him, right?
Synthetic.
Travis, stop. Because we don't want that heat. That's heat we don't want. Yeah, I'm punk. Say what you want.
The Whisperer.
Now this right here is the art cover, and this is the artist. So when they were going at Meek Mill, saying, "How could you do this? This is wrong. Why would you put this?" It was a black woman that drew it or painted it or whatever.
Her name is Nina Chanel
something. She's the artist. And I believe she is.
She's you know what she is. Look at her. Hell, we don't need to say what she is. She a damn
Stop.
That's why she got that pink thing. She made sure she put that in there because something she liked.
Oh Lord. So that's the first side of it. They attacked Meek Mill for putting this up, yet it was a black woman who actually did the artwork. And when that came out, zilch.
They should have went at her for. They should have said as a woman.
Why would no? It should have been as a black person.
Yeah.
Both of you. Why would y'all do this? But when it was brought out that she did it, it's died out. The second part of this, Meek Mill's album didn't do very well. It sold, I think it was academics said 80K, 90K, something like that first week. For him, that's not good at all. Meek Mill, the guy who's eating breakfast and brunch with Jay-Z, constantly putting himself next to Jay-Z, you know.
That's where he fucked up at.
He always around those people talking down to these other rappers like he really a big dog. He did 80, 90K first week. Meek Mill did 80, 90K. I think he did 200K last album. And you know, academics say, oh, because he had a Drake feature. So, I believe the album did so poorly, they need some controversy behind it, right? So you get a white man to attack a black man about an album cover. So immediately, people with certain mentalities are going to go, oh, hell no. You're not going to come at the brother like that. You're going to defend the album cover. Like, yo, this is just art. This is that. It was made by a black artist, black female artist. Get the fuck out of here. You know what? I'm going to buy the album. Show support to the brother. Make it racial.
Yeah. None that.
Because if a black man would have did that same video and talk about Satan and all that stuff, they would have said, oh, some goofy nigga on the internet simping. They would have called him a simp.
Might have worked for some. Damn sure didn't work for me because I still ain't going out buying it.
I believe that this was created possibly
PR
to create controversy around the album so that those numbers can come up. I also believe that there's a certain population of our people that got behind this alleged controversial moment because there was a white face in front of it.
Talking about this.
Stop. Why you keep trying to do it, man? We don't need that smoke. We don't need it. We don't got the time for it. The comment section going to be ugly. We don't want to deal with that. Just let it go.
It's like a little extra cream in their coffee.
He going to keep going. He going to say it. He going to say it for the end. But so that was just a weird, kind of obvious situation to me. Kind of obvious what was going on. So then we get further into this idea of black woman. This is when Travis get in his bag. I'm about to shut up because after we see this, he about to go in. This is Travis' weekly rant. Last week we about to. I'm gonna have a segment next week where it's gonna be on the screen. Travis rant. That's why we're gonna start doing a segment called Travis rant. Look, he don't fix the mic. He can't stop smiling, y'all. He ready to go. He ready to go. All right, this is gonna be the last segment of the video. I want to show the actual video.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Oh wait. I'm gonna show the video first. I want to show the video, but I can't.
We could,
but
he
ain't.
chose not to.
So Lizzo got on Instagram Live. She was dealing with quote unquote haters, so she decided to show her cheeks and tell them to kiss them. She's doing a little clap for them, and she went about her night. Let me show y'all what she did.
Shake that.
Kiss my fat black bitch. Okay.
All right, let me start out first before you go in. We just talked about the Meek Mill thing, and how they went at the women and the men who went at Meek Mill for that album cover after a white face got in front of it, but they went after him and said, "Oh, you're going at the image of the black woman. It's over sexualizing black women." If y'all remember back in the 90s, there was more black women in hip hop music videos. Then black women, we don't want this. And this is when New York was on top. So they quickly went to the Spanish chicks. They had no problem. But you still had some Southern dudes using black women. But they kept protesting. Stop over-sexualizing our women. Stop over-sexualizing black women. So lo and behold, over time, you started seeing those more racially ambiguous women in the videos. Light skin.
And then you had the infamous Nelly swiping a damn credit card down a black woman's ass cheeks.
It's an infamous moment. It's famous.
That was a VT late at night edition.
That was the most infamous moment in video girl history. That completely changed the game. So then you start seeing these mixed girls, women from outside the country, foreign women, exotic women, as they say. And it still wasn't really Caucasian women, but it was mixed white women, what they call them, spicy white, Latino women. But you didn't see as many particularly darker skinned black women. You saw some, but it definitely wasn't as much as it was. So now we get to this. We talked about the Meek Mill thing, but they defend Lizzo. Lizzo, first incident she did was when she went to a Lakers game and bent over and showed her cheeks. Or did she have, no, I'm sorry. She went to a Lakers game with her cheeks out. She went to a Lakers game with her cheeks out. People went to rave about it. People defended her. Okay. Just recently, she was walking around at an event, see-through, fishnet, nipples out. People like, what are you doing? Get a little bit of backlash, defender. Now she on Instagram Live reacting to those people that were talking about her in the fishnets. And she get on there and pull down her pants, her bare ass, and shake it in front of the camera. What does the black woman image supposed to be? That's my question. Now you go ahead and go.
Let me tell y'all something. In the words of Mr. Kevin Samuels, you can't make this shit up. Lizzo with her.
Hold on. You gotta get that credit to Tommy. Tommy said he started that.
Fuck Tammy. Lizzo with a fat ass. I'm emphasizing on the fat ass. Has the audacity to get on IG and show her ass to the public. This is what I'm talking about when I say black women need to have some accountability. You have women in this comment section saying, listen and learn. Ignorance is no longer accepted. Is this not ignorance? Her going on live, calling herself, defending herself by taking down her pants and showing her ass on IG and then gonna slap it. And it sounded hard. It didn't sound soft, by the way. Ass sounded hard.
Hey, I saw the actual video. She got nice skin, though.
She has beautiful skin. She's not a bad looking woman at all. If she would take time, go to the gym and get herself right, she would look a hell of a lot better. This is not demeaning her. I don't care if you come in the comment section calling me Dusties. Call me any byword you want to call me. We don't give a fuck no more. We don't care. We are tired of y'all going out looking like this. It's absolutely ridiculous. You have no shame as a group of people. You get mad when Monique come out and say, stop wearing damn bonnets in a damn airport. Stop wearing damn bonnets when you're going out in public. When you're going to the schools. Lord have mercy. A black principal had to make a rule at a school saying parents have to come to school looking decent. They can't have on furry bedroom shoes and a damn house coat.
Pajamas and stuff.
Pajamas. They have to come and look productive. Why do we as a people have to be told how to look and how to dress? Damn, we don't have no pride no more. My mama was on dialysis for 18 fucking years. She got up every single morning, ironed her clothes,
did her hair,
and all she was doing was going to go sit on a fucking machine for what, 6 hours?
Yeah. 3 hours.
3 hours, and she looked decent when she went there. I'm talking about hair done, jewelry on, and all she did was sit on a machine.
Yep. And she flirted. She flirted with the staff too, the dudes.
She flirted with the staff and got numbers.
She didn't do nothing with them though.
This is supposed to be.
Let me clear that up. Our mom went out there jumping.
She wasn't a hoe,
but she
was very flirtatious.
Yeah.
The point of the matter being is, even though she was in a dire situation like she was, she still went out into the world and presented herself as best as she could.
Yeah.
And you got people who ain't got shit wrong with them and go out in society looking like this. Yeah. This is why we can't get nowhere as a fucking people, because when we call this shit out, you have dumbass women, and you know who I'm talking to.
Simps too. Men too.
Simps too.
Men too.
Men too defending this shit. And the women that come to our channel, you know we're not talking about you. We shouldn't have to say that. It's not all black women. We shouldn't have to say that. Yes. You know who they are.
We have an audience of black women that watch things.
And every time those sisters come in the comment section, we show them love.
Yeah.
We have respectable black women that come into our comment section.
Oh shit.
It doesn't make no sense. How can you agree with this woman going out in public? Third time showing her ass. This means nobody. She ain't getting nothing.
I forgot to bring up the video. I ain't gonna bring it up. It doesn't matter.
If a woman got to keep showing her ass and showing herself like this, what does that tell you?
When we saw this with Monique didn't show her ass and stuff. But Monique was one of those, I'm fat and I love myself. And then.
And what happened now?
She lost the weight.
She's lost weight. You know why? She claimed her husband told her, I want you to lose weight because I want you to live a long time.
Nah, I want you to lose weight because I'm not attracted to you anymore.
Listen, he wasn't as frank as a white man be. Honey, come home, there's a new treadmill. Sit in the living room.
Or you buy you some clothes that are too small.
Or the little black dress is fucking 5 sizes smaller. I want you to have that on next month for our anniversary.
5 sizes? I don't think she's gonna make it.
Shit, she gonna make it. She going on a damn tummy diet, any fucking thing she could think of to lose that weight.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's just, Travis went on his rant, got it out.
I don't care no more. Say whatever you want to say. I don't care. I don't give a fuck no more. I'm tired of this shit.
All right, he got it out. You got it out? Y'all lap it out? Want some more?
I wish we could have showed that damn video.
We don't need to show the video. They seen it.
It's embarrassing. If a black man did something like this, black women should be talking about how embarrassing
black
it
men
is.
would talk about it. They would be like, what the hell is this dude doing?
What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Have some class.
Hell, when Terry Crews came around and said that a man groped him, people like,
you let a man grope you?
Whoop his ass. Don't let a man do you like that.
Oh, I felt No, nigga, you wanted him to grope your ass. You've been doing it in Hollywood.
All I'm saying is, let me say this about Terry Crews. To show that we balanced. When that stuff came out about Terry Crews and the dude groping him, we said, well, he walk around half naked every time he can.
Exactly. He walk around all the time
with his shirt
fucking
off,
jumping his damn chest up and down.
I'm just saying, Terry Crews in a room full of men, anybody, he'll rip his shirt off
He
real quick.
feel like that's his only worth is him getting on TV showing his body.
It is.
And Lizzo,
same way. It seems.
No, seems like she wants somebody to come and slap her ass. To be honest, because ain't nobody doing it.
No, she got a man. I think. Yeah, she got a man.
Oh, same. Oh, she got a man, but a couple months ago, her and a white dude, Chris, the white dude, they wanted her to be that. Hold on, wait, let me tell you how.
Stop! Don't bring up.
Yes, I am. Let me tell you how delusional. Once again, we have to alter our reality to fit in their delusion. They said the only way that they would be in support of a remake of The Bodyguard is if Lizzo played Whitney Houston part and the white dude, Chris Hemsworth, whatever his name is, played Kevin Costner. Why the fuck would Lizzo be? Let's let it go.
I don't think that was a serious thing, Travis.
He don't give a fuck if it was a serious thing or not.
Said that.
The
That
fact they brought it up fucked with me.
That wasn't serious. You had to bring that up.
Yes, I did. The fact that they even brought that shit up. First of all, we don't want to see that shit.
All right, you ran it long enough. I'm cutting it off now. Your faucet is done. All right. So you can see he had his little rant. I ain't gonna say little rant. I'm not gonna poo-poo his rant.
You ain't minimizing me. They just showing you a hater. That's all it is.
He had
the
his
hate
rant.
is just fuming
All
over
right,
there.
cut it off. But anyway, man, I guess that's the end of the show this week. This is a good one. I really like this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, and be sure to comment your opinion on
And
the
once
topics.
again, shout out to Malcolm.
Who?
He's one of the he comments recently.
Uh-huh.
Yes, YouTube is deleting your comments.
Yeah, we say that every. Yeah,
we say this every. We have to say this every video.
They are deleting the comments, right?
They are deleting. I'm gonna say they deleting 25% of the comments.
There's a lot of them. We don't see most.
Matter of fact, we should have a responding to your comments, or we can literally put it up on the screen and click on it
and show you.
It'll say comment not available.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that they let one comment stay. I actually went under. I was about to say I'm shocked your comment is under it. I'm sure it would have gave it too much attention that I would said something. So I aimed to touch it.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is, though. It's all right. Steady growth, steady go. But anyway, man, y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High, and peace, man.